still don't know how to do that. Claim it. I'm going to hunting club. Nah, my food. Oh, I missed horribly. I'm just running across this lake to get to that site area. Well, that got it one hit. Sup, Hagby? Hello?
There we go. Ed, you going into the whole wrong set of speakers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good thing, because then you start getting mixed in with the TV, and I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I am your TV.
No, I figured it out. So I figured out why Braxis comes online, doesn't say a word, but he eats. This is basically a radio show with at least 2 retards. But it's interactive. And for him, it's just entertainment. In fact, now that I think about it, this really is like the best form of entertainment I have right now.
Hanging out with friends or listening to us say bullshit?
All the above. This is as stupid as everybody gives you shit for. You know, I always get people who it's like, well, you're playing fucking video games all day. And it's like, yeah, you know, I get yelled at from 6 a.m. till fucking God knows when. So, if I can come here, I can play a video game, I can shoot the shit with a couple of guys that I'll probably never see in my entire life.
Oh, we'll probably
I'll
meet
do that.
sometime.
No, you should not meet me. I look just as frazzled as I sound.
Have you thought about combing?
Not possible. Literally, my hair, like, people will think I style my hair. It's not. It's a combination of Bondo dust, sweat, and depression. It's just going to stand on end.
I mean, I don't want to sound racist, but I figured you just looked like every other Asian American.
No, I don't. I look Latino. This far south, people think I'm Latino. They yell at me in Spanish.
Would people in Connecticut think you looked Latino?
They would probably think I'm Puerto Rican.
That's so true.
Either Puerto Rican or Brazilian.
Or Dominican.
Most likely Puerto Rican. Dominican? I don't know. Is there a large Dominican population up there?
You know, I don't know if there is, but there seems to be. Like, I see a lot of them. And, like, there's, like, light-skinned and dark-skinned Dominicans here.
Oh, yeah. You'll get that.
I'm sorry. I got that wrong. There's Dominicans, and then there's, what's that other one? Jamaicans. There's just a lot of people from everywhere here. I mean, I'm not that far from New York. It's really ridiculous. I am about the exact distance where, like, I'm just past where the immediate drop-off for, like, pay rate is. So a lot of people just get on the train from here and go and work in New York and get New York pay and then live here.
Yeah, I believe that.
And they just sit on the train for 2 hours a day, in the morning and the afternoon. They all have 10-hour days to 12-hour days. They just make lots of money and come back here. I don't know for sure that those are the right numbers, but I think it's a 2-hour trip.
Well, that doesn't surprise me, because I'm almost positive that, like, my mother did import into... Yeah, that's right. My mother did import into Connecticut. Because it was like 3 options. It was like Connecticut, Florida, or California. My mom's like, well, screw this. She ended up in Connecticut. So, I mean, there's probably just a large hub of just imported people into that area.
Why, though?
I'm not the one who picks these destinations. I mean, Florida, Miami, I can understand those. I mean, my people are swamp rats. You know, that makes sense. There's nail salons. That's how we import large populations. You know, it's work visas, student visas, and then marry a white person. Or pay somebody, or a white person pays, and then, you know, you get bought. One of my friends tried to convince me of doing that. I would have got paid $50,000 to marry her cousin.
That seems like too much. Seems like you could get her for cheaper.
No. They would have paid me $50,000 to marry her.
Why didn't you do that? Hagby, if someone offers you to marry someone and you don't have to do the paperwork and they'll come over here and you don't want that bitch, send me her fucking picture, dude.
But then you gotta sit there and you gotta prove that you're actually in a relationship. Then you have to fly to Vietnam. You have to meet there because it's gotta look legitimate that you met the person in another country, and then come back. You have to maintain a relationship, communication with this person. You have to prove to the government that you are actually in love. So you actually now have to learn who this person is.
Does it take more than a year?
It's a minimum of 5 years before you can get divorced, and she can legally stay in the country. In that 5 years, she's gonna rob your ass.
You just gotta punch in the eye once, and then like that shit'll fizzle itself out.
You understand? I'm in a law office, in an immigration law office. I've hung out with nothing but Vietnamese people for like 4 years.
What happens if the American
This is
punches her
all
in
they
the eye?
talk about. Her ass fucking goes back to her motherland.
Are you serious? If you lived here in
Yeah.
the States and you got married and you moved and you left your country and you moved here and your husband punches you in the eye, you have to go back to your country?
Yeah, because you officially overstayed your time here. You're
Isn't
no
it like
longer here as a
effectively
citizen.
just like license to beat your wife? Like what the fuck?
Probably?
That's the most messed up thing, man. I mean, I was saying it because I thought that, surely if you were abused, you wouldn't have to leave where you live. You would just have a lawsuit where you live, you know? I mean, like, I don't know. Or
I
whatever.
mean, maybe it's different now, but I mean, if regardless, you're an illegal citizen, your ass is getting deported. They
Well, you're
will
not
find
illegal
you,
after
go
the
track you
first
down.
year. You can do a you can actually file the fiance visa before they come over if you wanted to, and then when they come
Yeah.
over,
Yeah, but you whoop their ass, and then they file for a divorce, and then that whole fiance visa goes out the window.
yeah, I
How
don't
long you getting married?
I don't know if there is I don't know that rule. I mean, if you're right, you're right. I have no clue. I just theorized that if you punch someone in the eye that they wouldn't get deported because that seems like encouragement to just take a punch in the eye,
No, I'm not sure that's.
And I would have thought that
Almost
someone in the
not.
U.S. would have noticed that and been like, "No, you can't do that." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, look, there probably are people, and then a lot of the times you find out people who come into the country are incredibly fearful of the government and law enforcement because the country they come from is corrupt as shit. Ours is much better, but at least we know names and faces. So you could probably beat the shit out of your newly fucking minted wife, but at the same time, they're probably not going to go to the cops. It's going to take somebody that they know, that they trust, that's been an American for a while, that goes, okay, you call the police now, and then because your husband beat you, you're going to take half his shit in the divorce. Just hang in there for a few more years. Get your citizenship, and then divorce his fucking ass, and then take him for fucking everything. Of which I think in the state of Texas.
Well, you can sign a prenup if you're worried about her stealing all your shit.
No, it's not once you start getting domestic abuse in there. Once you start getting domestic abuse in there, all that shit goes out the fucking window.
No, prenups hold even if you punch them in the eye. If you write that down, if you write in the prenup, if I punch you in the eye, you don't get to steal my shit. Then they don't get to steal your shit. That's like you could just write the
there you
contract to include the event. If you write it in there, it's in there.
I'm trying to remember.
If it's not in there, then I agree with you. Like if it doesn't say anything about punching them in the eye, then yeah, I would agree. But at the prenup, as long as the prenup defines the conditions that happen for you to get the divorce, like if it doesn't define cheating, you're fucked. If it doesn't define, whatever, you're fucked. But if it defines exactly what happened, or whatever is claimed has happened, because obviously, women are gonna try to lie and shit, or anyone will. I mean, for enough money. I don't mean just women. Jesus, I can't talk right. That's my understanding of prenups. I'm not a lawyer.
No, I'm not a lawyer either. I work in the law office. I hear stuff. I just memorize most of it. I'm trying to think because one of the guys we work next to.
You got one? You got like a
No.
Russian or an Asian or something?
No, I got a different guy for that one. But one of the guys we work next to he gets married and divorced based on literally the price of oil. If the price of oil goes up, he's suddenly getting married, and when the price goes down, his wife takes everything he's got. And I can't remember how he said it. I think he said that every time he gets fucking divorced, they take like 50 or 60%. I can't remember if it's higher than that with the maximum. But he loses his ass every time they fucking leave. He's been like married and divorced like 3 times.
Oh
One
yeah,
fucking
there's an
guy
old
has
saying.
a
It's
whole
like, do you know what half of half of half of half is? Fucking nothing. Yeah, they get half every time. That's what I heard.
Well, it depends on state to state. But I think it's Texas. I think they can take upwards of 80. I can't remember.
Actually,
I think it's higher than 50.
I'm trying to marry a girl from China, but I just can't make it happen because I'm so poor.
Like I said, marry a girl from Vietnam. They'll pay you. and then you put that money into a nail salon, and then you can import the rest of the fucking family.
Dude, you find me one of them families that fucking pays you to fucking do that, and I'll at least take a look at
Dude,
it.
you're all over the place. I've had at least. This is not the first time I've had this offered. This is a couple of times this has come up. The first time was 20,000. The second time was 50,000. So I mean,
50,000
you
would
just gotta
be.
market yourself right.
I mean, I wouldn't do it for less.
I can't even buy a nice car for $50,000 that I want.
Dude, you could make them do whatever. You could make them cook for you.
That doesn't matter. I hate Asian food.
I mean, you can't like not get a threesome with her and another chick if she's in that trap. Like, I mean, I hate to say it like that. It's probably the worst thing I've ever said. It's probably the worst right now.
No, not yet. We will find worse. We'll have to edit a string later.
Oh, I'm not
We'll
editing
fix
it.
it
I'm not.
post.
I have no regrets. I said it. I don't. No regrets.
But no, either way, I mean, it gets weird. But yeah, I mean, I think $40,000 or $50,000 is like the highest anybody's ever said. Hey, would you marry my cousin for this much, or niece, or some shit like that?
You know what though? They know you. They know who you are, and they're like, "This is my cousin." So like, I think
Okay,
maybe
no
they're.
bullshit.
It's not a
The lady
stranger.
that works in our body shop did this like in the first month. We're waiting. We're picking up me and the lady. We're waiting to pick up cars at the dealership. What's his face is like looking for stuff, dicking around with something on the computer. I don't know what he's doing. The lady starts showing me pictures of her niece. She very quiet. She don't talk. She engineer. You like?
She no talk. She engineer. That's
Too
funny.
old? No.
Too
no,
old.
No. Like? Hold on. I got another niece.
Wait.
She young.
You were gonna get paid to marry a girl who was a quiet engineer.
I don't know if she was gonna marry. I don't know if I was gonna get paid for that one. I think that one is just like she's like, marry my daughter. You very handsome.
Oh, you very handsome. Yeah. See, she wanted you for her daughter. That's not just.
Yeah.
She's.
That's a different one. But the other one is one of the ones from Dallas.
Well, how much would it cost? I mean, what would it take for
I fucking
Hagby?
care.
You wouldn't do it? No amount of money?
No matter how I play this out, it ends badly. It always ends with the same situation. She takes half my shit, or she robs me fucking blind, like behind my fucking back.
Okay, so let's suppose that mathematically she's going to take half your stuff. So if she pays you 4 times your value, is that enough?
I mean, I have to take that money and literally roll it into a fucking nail salon. I'd have to. And then import the rest of her family, and then just basically rob the entire place blind.
Why would you have to do that?
Residual income. You take the $50,000, you put it into a business, she works at it. Now she's making money for you. You need new fucking workers? No problem. We can import new ones. She's Vietnamese. They got people to do this. You need you need a nail tech license? No problem. She won't even have to take the test.
Dude,
they pay somebody else to do that crap for her.
You're
They get
spinning.
certified for you.
Wait.
No, that's serious.
Stop. It's 2018. You don't have to bring them over here. They can work from there.
No, okay. If you open a nail salon, you cannot work remotely. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, well, don't do a nail salon. Just manufacture
But
something.
I need immediate labor. I need people that like hit the ground running. They don't speak freaking English. They don't have to.
But-
You do the nail, you do the feet, you throw in slack.
Yeah, but you could just have them make something for you. And you could just. I mean, I don't know. Soccer balls. What do you want?
I mean, shit. If they're gonna start making stuff, I have to leave them back in fucking Vietnam.
That's what I mean. Like, you don't, like if you just wanted labor from people, like you could just sell. I don't know. I'm not a big person for having a small business. I'm a big person for like Shopify, or just something that's going to handle itself in essence. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to tell someone how to do their job ever.
But that's the reason why I say open a nail salon. Once you open the damn doors, you advertise the crap out of it, stick it next to like a college. Stick it next to a
You
college.
just named
This
like
place
a
runs
whole
itself.
bunch of work that I don't want to do though.
The initial setup's the biggest pain in the ass. Once it's running, your newly minted wife is
I-
running the place.
No.
Just make sure you quite the cat.
I don't think so.
Either way, I mean, you're gonna get fucked. That's the way I look at it. But I do know a guy who was. He's not actually from Russia, but I think
see,
he's from Ukraine.
I think that
He paid $25,000 to an American woman, married her, and then came into the country. They're not even together. This has been in the country for like 8 years now. He has like his own car dealership, and you're getting divorced. And he doesn't give a shit. He's going around banging every fucking thing he can. He's literally the like Russian version of you, fucking everything on two legs possible. But you know he's walking around.
I'm not that guy. I don't know why you're so mean to me. I don't do that.
I don't know what you're talking about. According to the priest, you bang everything on Tinder.
I reject more than half. I don't. I'm not that guy.
Anyways, but no, he basically
you're jumping all around. I mean, because like, you know, that case is totally different than what we were talking about before. So I just want to focus on the element that when you considered, you know, the one deal, the $50,000 deal, your mind went right to, you know, nail salon, and it keeps going to nail salon. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, you could just take the cash and just keep doing what you're doing, and just like not figure anything else out. You know what I mean? Like you physically do not have an obligation to do a whole lot.
Okay, hold on. I'm sidestep this one. We're gonna make a point. You win you win $100 million in the lottery. Doesn't make a difference what the actual payout is. What is the first thing you do?
$100 million?
So you win $100 million. You cannot
well,
retire
the value is important.
What are you doing?
If it is exactly $100 million, is that pre-tax or post-tax?
See, you did that thing. So yeah, say it's $100 million. No questions asked. You get $100 million. Don't worry about the rest.
Okay.
What are you
so I have $100 million post-tax, right? So
yes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take, you know, seven or eight of it, you know, and I'm just going to put that in the bank to collect interest and devalue at the same time. And then I'm going to cycle around 2% of the interest that it earns me into like refreshing it. You know what I mean? Just 2% to keep it growing steadily. So it'll effectively double every 35 years. Okay. Wait. Yeah, 2%. Yeah, it'll double every 35 years if I recycle 2% into it. Yeah. Okay, because I think that's faster than it's going to depreciate.
Okay, so you basically you get an instant influx of cash, immediate disposable income. The first thing you do is, how do I make more money? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm doing the same thing, except I'm working with $50,000, not $100 million.
Yeah, but you're looking at like a non-passive way.
Well, it's $50,000. You can't do that non-passively. I throw that into a bank. I throw that in the bank, and how much am I getting out of that on just interest? I do what you do with 50 grand. How much am I getting out of that?
Well, like so let's say that I got 50 grand, right? I'm thinking of like, you know, buying property for storage, like you were talking about before, or I'm thinking about, you know, what's that? The land contract.
So like mineral rights and whatnot.
No, land contract, like you can buy the property and you can buy the land, and then you just sell it to somebody else on a land contract, so you don't have any responsibilities as landlord, and at the end they have to pay a balloon fee, and if they don't pay it, it gets returned to you and you get to sell it to the next person. If they do pay it, they bought it, it's theirs, and you get paid. And like the whole time, all your payments are double what, I mean, when you set it up right, you want your payments that you receive from them to be double what it cost you. And then you're just making money every month, and at the end you're going to get a balloon fee.
Okay, so this is knowledge this is something you already have knowledge about, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you do. You're doing what you know right off the bat. You're going to go, okay, I got 50 grand. I'm going to find a way for this to make money using a method that I know of and that I'm familiar with that I can leverage. That is exactly what you did, okay? I'm working the same thing, except at nail salons, I know how to make a nail salon work.
I agree with those statements. Those are true. My question now is, why don't you know about passive ways to make income?
I don't hang out with people that do that kind of stuff. People I hang out with are mostly poor.
Oh, you know what? I'm lazier than you. That's what it is. I'm lazier, so I think about lazier ways to do things.
it may be that. I wouldn't say it's lazy. It's a you push towards efficiency, and it comes off as lazy because that's an efficient way to make money with minimal effort on your end. It's literally min-maxing cash flow.
That's a really nice way to say it, but I'm pretty sure that I just hate working.
I think everybody hates working. You
Yeah.
just know how way to do it better.
Well,
But again, remember how I said that like what you do for a living really actually kind of correlates to the way you play video games?
yeah, probably. Yeah,
You just verbalize that with everything you just said.
yeah, probably. Yeah.
You min-max cash flow. Good job.
I don't know how often I do this, but I regularly look on YouTube for how stupid people are making a lot of money, and then I just see if that's something I can possibly do.
It was an option like that. I mean, YouTube is still relatively new. I don't know. It's just I don't go to looking for YouTube for information. It's all garbage.
Oh man, there's this little kid. He taught me how to frickin' cook stuff sometimes. Like I don't know how many things I've learned from like little kids doing tutorials. Like I don't know what it is, but it seemed like if you're about age 10 to like 15 in the 2000s and you just wanted to do stuff that made you popular with people, or maybe you were just home or whatever, apparently that just a shit ton of them did tutorials. Because like if you look online, well now if you look online you see a lot of adults and they've got kind of a business model around being these tutorial people. But it used to be you just see some kid who had too much time and spent it on making a lot of tutorials because he got upvotes and he was popular, and those are like the rewards he cared about. You know what I mean?
I think because for a lot of kids, it's hey, look, I got a video of myself online. I never got into YouTube. I could never wrap my head around the concept. It always blew my mind. But I mean, for a lot of kids, they do it now too. The kids still do that now, and they're fascinated by it because I think kids just like to be able to see themselves on TV. They want to see themselves on the internet. They don't really care so much that everybody's following them. I mean, more so now, I guess it's an issue. But when YouTube first came out, they're like, "Fuck it, this is neat. I can upload my own videos."
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I mean,
now it's like I talked to a Korean girl. Like, I don't know if I told you this. One time she's like, "Hey, let's play Play-Doh," right? And then she grabs this like movable desk lamp and positions it like towards everything and starts talking to it like she's doing a YouTube video. And the fact that she did that completely blew my mind because she's mimicking everything she watches now. And their friends are like, one of her friends is he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go on Fortnite and I'm gonna prank all these people and all this stuff." And he's like really proud of the fact that he's got a YouTube or a streaming channel, and it's really just his mom and like a couple of his friends watching. But he's super excited about that. It's just that's what we've raised is kids that want to be little stars. I don't know if that's changed or just a medium has.
I think the medium. I think everybody wants to do stuff that makes them cool to other people.
Yeah, I just think I think the medium has changed. Before it used to be America's Funniest Home Videos.
Dude, America's Funniest Home Videos was so good.
Yeah. If you ever wanted to watch random people get whacked in the balls, that was the way to do it.
I mean, Bob Saget, I was surprised that he could get on stage and still laugh at videos because, I mean, at some point, you must have just seen about every ball shot there was. Oh, you know what? I take it back. I still watch Tosh.0 and I've seen all of America's Funniest Videos too. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta admit, man. Bob Saget really kind of like. Here's the guy from Full House, and he made that shit work. And then you go watch his live stand-up, and you go, "Holy shit, this is the same asshole." And I think that's what that was.
When you see him actually act like himself, you're like, "Wait a minute, where's Danny Tanner?"
Exactly, but I think that's what it was. He's got the all-American nice dad face, and he lets loose when he's just himself on stage doing his own thing.
I think he just likes to see people shock when he says stuff.
That may be part of that too. But I think that's just how he copes with it. Holy Christ, man! I picked the wrong way to go up this fucking cliff.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking about what you said. I didn't realize it took 5 years. I thought it was only just like 1 or so.
No, you've got to stay committed. The government's going to come and interview you. They're going to want to ask you about their questions. Have you met the family? Where did you meet? Are Are you in love with this person? They basically drill the shit out of you to verify that you are genuinely together as a couple. And you're probably still going to have to hire an immigration lawyer. The good news is my sister-in-law does no contest divorces for immigrants. Just by coincidence.
But that's probably a lot of lucrative business. Well, I don't know. I would totally marry that Chinese girl if I could get her. If I can just get her here, I would totally marry her.
I don't know. I always feel like the second like you start living with a person, it's very different than being friends or dating or just.
She
talking
stayed
to
with
each
me
other
a year.
once.
I've lived with her before.
I don't like most people.
No, she didn't stay with me a year. I guess it was like 6 months, maybe.
Yeah. All I know is the Korean, her mom, the Korean girl's mom drives me fucking nuts.
I know it'd be a lot of work. Oh, mother-in-laws do that though. I mean, like I don't know a mom-in-law that doesn't. You know what I mean?
Not the mother-in-law. I'm talking just a mom. The mom drives me fucking nuts. It's like one long-ass problem after problem after problem. And they could have all been resolved by not fucking running away to Colorado every time you get upset for a fucking month. Because that's what she does. She got upset. Dude, so she got accepted into it's a nursing hospital in Galveston. It's a huge pain in the ass to get into it. She got accepted.
I am streaming right now, FYI. Okay.
Okay, well she got accepted, and then she's dating this guy. It goes well for a few months, and then it starts going downhill. And she's like, he's abusive and mean to me, and talks down to me all the time. And eventually, at some point, she has like a meltdown with this guy, and she leaves and goes to Colorado for a month, and decides she's coming back. And then she comes back, and she finds out because she was gone for a month, she got kicked out of that nursing school. She had to go back to community college and start all over. She just set herself 2 months back because she couldn't say, because she decided she was just going to run away to another state. And go
2
back.
months isn't that bad.
No, she got set back 2 years.
Oh, 2
She had to
years
go
is dumb. Why would she do
Yeah.
that?
No, that's the thing. She left for a month, but she got set back 2 years. She had to start from the very beginning, and she's still not done with the community college now because she made a decision.
Okay, so like if you that's not how education works. If you
That's how it's supposed
graduate from a class, you have credit for that class. Now she might have to wait 2 years to get into the class that she was in the queue for. I would believe that, but I don't think it physically, as far as I know, it doesn't make sense for her to not already have credit for classes she's already taken.
Like I said, I don't know how that worked. All I know is, the nursing school she was trying to get into is a huge pain in the butt. It is a huge waiting line just to get
Nursing
in.
schools are notorious for having that, and when you're in, your whole track is planned because they have it streamlined. And if you do get out of order, you have to get at the front. You have to get back in the queue, and the queue is, like you said, 2 years long at least.
Oh yeah, well, like I said, she completely screwed herself with whatever she did.
In
And
Michigan,
it's just-
there a whole bunch of my friends, my cousin's friends, and her, and a bunch of others. A bunch of them were doing the nursing stuff, and some of them just went to Wisconsin and did it faster than they could even get in the queue in Michigan. So that there's different ways to like you can go to different states and kind of like get around some stuff. But you have to make sure that whatever state you want to work in is going to accept the credentials from whatever state you get them in.
Yeah, I was gonna say that becomes the issue. Is that like a nursing license in Massachusetts does not carry over in Texas. You have to get re-registered and recertified in the state of Texas to do that.
Like I'm from Traverse City area in Michigan. The number one business that employs the most people in Traverse City is Munson Hospital. That place employs like, oh Jesus, I don't even know how many people. It's like thousands. Just by itself, just that one. There's 200,000 people in Traverse City natively. There's 2 million during the Cherry Festival with the tourism. But of the 200,000 people, I think that 5,000 or something are employed by Munson or something. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to look it up now.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. wonder if I can buy a suppressor for this rifle. It is a weird thing though to be at a shooting range and you hear somebody shooting a suppressor, because it just basically sounds like it's a zipping sound is all you really hear.
I'm trying to figure this out.
Oh, cool! I can see a campsite on the other side. Like I can see the fire from it.
Employs 5,500 people.
It's a lot of people.
It covers Antrim, Benzie, Grand Traverse, Kalkaska, and Leelanau counties. Population 166,000 people. Oh, I'm sorry. Munson Medical Center actually employs 5,500. So it is the actual hospital itself in Traverse City. I think it counts multiple structures as part of that, though.
Texas Medical Center employs 106,000 employees, 54 institutions, plus volunteers.
Did you say 100,000 people?
106,000 people. That makes sense. But then, they're not all nurses. One of my friends was a cancer research student, PhD class. Only took her 8 years.
Yeah, that's a doctor's degree.
I think she was pissed because she was always helping other people, and everybody else she was helping would like get their PhDs before she would.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what she was doing for her PhD, but 8 years is pretty typical for a PhD.
Oh yeah, I kind of figured. I mean, like she would like try to explain it to me, and it was just. I mean, I got bits and pieces of it. Something about CRISPR-9 and gene editing, and a lot of it just. I to this day I couldn't tell you what God's name it is she was doing, but she graduated. She got her thesis published. But like she was telling me that stuff had changed so much from the time that she began to when she finally finished it. It's like it's mind-boggling.
Yeah, electrical engineering, it's pretty much like, they taught us electrical engineering for like 1980s. And like, that's still how the field mostly is. It's just like how it was in the 80s. And it's like, the amount of, I'm trying to think exactly what I want to say, but I guess that like, in theory, I'm really surprised that it's even. If it weren't for the higher mathematics of it, like if they just simplified it a little bit, like if they just took a couple shortcuts, like anyone could do what most electrical engineers do. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's hard stuff that they have to do that like to get the degree, to get accredited or whatever. But nobody does that in the field. Nobody's sitting down and figuring out like reactance or capacitance or whatever. I mean, what everybody's doing is they're just looking at the value of the fucking component that they're using, and they're plugging that into some software, and the software is spitting out like differential equations at you in the form of tables. And you just look at the table, you compare it to this other table, and you're like, yes, that's good, or no, that's fucking awful. It's bad, so we got to fix this or that component. Like, and I'm obviously making like a really big reduction or whatever you'd call it, a simplification. But I mean, that's basically what it is. It's basically looking at tables of parts and comparing them. One of my friends said it was basically like playing Magic the Gathering. He actually works for a power company, and he designs parts of the power grid. And he says, they tell you what conditions you need to make, and then you're basically playing Magic the Gathering, and you're just playing the cards that get you those conditions.
Makes sense.
But I don't know, like nursing seems like it's a whole different animal to me, because it seems like to me that, particularly in the medical field, I always felt like everything was subjective. That like, the answer this week might be different next week. The answer, a year from now is going to be different than it was last year. Cholesterol's good. Cholesterol's bad. There's 2 kinds of cholesterol. There's 10 kinds of cholesterol. There's 1 kind. It's all bad. It's all good. This fucking shit just switches every year. And it's like, every time someone wants to graduate, they have to flip-flop what's good and what's bad, because there's not more content out there to really write on. It's just like the same shit all the time. Flipping.
I don't know if they do like a thesis with nursing. I think you just basically, you pass a test, you get, subject to being abused by whatever patients or whatever hospital you're sent to do your...
Yeah, I was saying nursing, but I meant doctors. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, doctors, yeah. Oh, God, I don't even want to know with that. I mean, let's be honest. It's a shit ton of school. It costs a crap ton of money to get into it. Once you do get a job, you're never going to get paid enough. If you set up your own practice, you have to have insurance for it. You get violated on that. I mean, it makes good money. I mean, the upside of being a doctor is, seriously, is that banks will give you a shit ton of money as a loan. Why? Because you're a doctor. They know you're going to make money.
I always thought it would be cool to have skipped school and just to pretended to be what I do, and then to learn it on the job. I always thought that would have been like the way to do it. But I never had the balls to do that.
To be quite honest, I think that's how most people actually do learn. You don't.
Well, everybody learns on the job, but most people still go to job most people still go to school and then get the job.
Well, yeah, because you have to have the piece of paper that says yes, you know what you're doing.
Yeah. But like, if you one of my favorite movies is Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
One of my favorite TV shows is Pretender. I was always jealous because I did all the legwork and I could have just skipped it.
I to an extent, I wonder if that's still doable today.
It absolutely is. I know for certain it absolutely is, because I'll tell you right now that if someone wanted to be a network admin, here's a thought experiment, right? Let's just suppose that you got a job as a network admin for a company, right? The first thing that's going to happen is someone's going to assign you work. The second thing that's going to happen is you're going to ask them how they want you to do it. And you could just from that point grind that out to exactly how to do what they want you to do. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be something like, well, we want you to use this or that. And you're going to be like, okay, well, I'll look at those 2 softwares, or I'll look at these 2 ways to do it. And then you just contact whoever's going to sell you the bullshit to do it. And you're like, why is this good? Why is that good? Okay, well, can you show me this working? Can you show me that work? You know what I mean? You could, maybe network admin is like the worst case scenario or something. Obviously you'd get into trouble if someone tried to ask you to do something and you were right in front of them and you couldn't fucking navigate to the whatever menu or something. But if you had already received training before you got in that situation, then I think you'd be fine.
I think that's not what the running joke is with IT, is that they're just better at using Google than everybody else is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
To an extent, it's kind of true. People throw questions at me all the time, and I'm like, give me about 30 minutes to try and find an answer for this. One of my friends, it's like, hey, how do you do pivot tables? And I got no fucking idea. You know what we did? We went to a freaking hookah bar and sat there for 2 hours and tried to figure it out. She actually figured it out before I did. To this day, I couldn't do a pivot table. She now does it every day for work.
Hookah bars are the worst.
Yeah, but you know, Colombians they like hookah bars. She likes banging brown people. She likes her boyfriend brown, round, and hairy.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with her. I don't give a shit. Come on. I know this little bastard's out here somewhere.
Oh yeah, as soon as I start running, then like one's like right by me calling out. What the hell? Alright.
Now we start chasing the ones that are doing warning calls.
I'm gonna make it daytime again. I'm at one of these huts.
Does that change for all of us?
I think so. I really like how cozy these little cabins are. And the bear rug. Or blanket.
This little bastard's close. Ah, come on. Whoa. It's daylight.
So that other guy, the agent guy, said that if you... Man, there's a lot of crap around here. He said that if you get a tent, you can actually warp to the tent. So I think I'm going to buy one of those so that you guys can warp to me when I'm on a map. Except I don't know where the frickin' tents are.
Damn it, I just saw this thing and it ran off.
Is the tent a DLC?
I have no idea.
Oh, you now can be Asian for free.
Sweet!
You just have to download the free DLC.
It is, you have to buy the tent.
Okay, well I'm gonna leave this and then restart so I can get the tent. It's 1.2, 71%. 99. There we go. Okay, I'm launching another Medvev, and then I will put the tent down if I can, and we'll see how that works. Oh, I've probably got to buy it, I imagine. I can't just probably... I'm gonna have to. Apparently, I'm going to have to. Get more money. I have to kill 2 animals to get the tent. Man, I got this buddy on my friends list on Discord. His name is Ephos. Ephos? Ephos? I don't know. It just occurred to me that his name is pronounced Ephos. So anyways, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's weird. But anyways, he's always playing Absolver. Like, he plays 2 games. He plays some Hex Fate thing. I've never heard of it. I don't know what it is. And then he plays Absolver. I don't know how he can play Absolver as much as he does. When I play it, I'm like, okay, I've beaten people up for 2 days in a row. I guess that like I could keep beating them up, but I don't know, or getting my butt kicked. I mean, I lose as often as I win in that game, I think.
I think in his case, it's he doesn't want to buy anything else. He enjoys what he's got.
Oh, maybe you're right. Yeah. I know he's trying to do one goal that takes a long time, and that might also be driving that. I think he's you get. I probably shouldn't be running. I probably should make my character move slower.
That might be a thing too. He maybe a completionist. He wants whatever it is at the end.
Well, like he's got a really weird understanding of the game because, like, I mean, I like him. He's a great guy, but he was teaching me stuff, so he like knows a lot about the game, and he was really helpful. But then he thought he was competing himself with one of the AI in the game, because you can have your own school in the game, and then people can study your martial art because you make your own move list, and then you can make a school. And when you're in a school, then people who join your school then have access to that particular fighting style that you have implemented on that character. And
That's actually kind of neat.
And one of them is the drunken style, and an AI offers the school. Players can pick drunken style moves and make their own school, but since the AI offers it, and it's all the main moves for the drunken style, and everybody wants to learn that, there's just a ton of people that are just in that school. And so this one time he's on, and he's like serious. He's like, "Oh, you're in Rocco's, whatever the name of the guy's school is. Man, so many people are in his school. I don't understand it. Like, he doesn't even play anymore. I've never seen him on." And I'm like, "That's the AI." And he's like, "What?" So I don't know how. He's been playing for. It must have been a year now. I just don't know how that happens. And the guy's got everything. There's like a lion's head. You have to kick the crap out of like 1,000 or more people to have gotten this lion head that he's got, I think. Or grind it out just for months on the AI to get it. I mean, it's a lot easier if you just beat up 1,000 people than it is to grind out months on the AI, I think. I think it's like 5-1 or something, the return on a match. Or 10-1 if you beat a person versus beat the AI.
Realize I was paying for ammo when I don't have to.
Why don't you have to pay for ammo?
Because one of the options is free.
You're still using the 243?
Yes. I haven't killed enough to be able to upgrade.
Yeah, it took me a while too, I remember.
But one of the things was I was buying ammunition and not realizing that there was an option for free 243s. That's what people do.
The polymer really is what I always go for. The polymer seems to stop the animals quicker. I don't know for sure. I didn't like test it. Oh man, I was all jacked at lunch. I thought we were going to play that HQ game and we were going to smoke people on it because we were going to use the Discord or whatever. And then, like, as soon as I started looking into it, it was like everybody and their brother's already using bots and Discord, like, to win that. Cripes.
That's not fun.
If they weren't using bots, I would still enjoy it, but, like, you can't compete with that. I mean, to compete with a bot, you'd have to have a bot.
This is the core basis behind what is it? High volume trading.
I don't agree with that. I think you can kind of like read the news, what's going to happen, and pick out that Hemney's a piece of junk, you know, because like MoviePass is literally offering subscriptions for $10, and you could just go and see 3 movies, and you've cost them $30. So therefore, that company's probably gonna have their stock go down. And they're voting on our... It actually really frustrates me because I was on StockTwits today, because I always troll on there. And I pretty much say the same thing. I'm like, you know, $5 billion or $1.2 billion in dilution, which is them just like selling shares that didn't exist yesterday, effectively. And then, what's the other thing? They are doing warrants now because they didn't want to wait for the RS vote. RS is reverse split. They're going to reverse split between 2-to-1 and 250-to-1. Did I say that right? Yeah. So, like, I mean, yeah. Anyway. If you just wanted to make $2.50 real quick, you just buy one share of Hemney and just wait until the RS, and then when it goes to if it does the 250 thing, then you would make 250 times whatever that one share was, because whatever your difference is, it just gets rounded. You don't lose shares.
Interesting.
Yeah. Effectively, I'm not sure, but I think that plays a role in how like all RS, all reverse splits go down, and I think that sort of thing adds to how much it normally goes down. But I mean, they basically have like the worst possible news. The stock is like 18 cents today, and it won't go down farther. It's like ridiculous to me that it isn't 6 cents or 4 cents right now, because they just did the warrant thing. That alone should have cut its value right in half, and it only went down 10% from 20 cents to 18 cents. So I just don't even... I mean, I sold it. I sold my put position. I mean, I made profit on it, but I mean, to stick in it when it's not going the direction it's supposed to based on the exact news that was released, like I can't stay in something that's that unpredictable, you know what I mean?
Hello.
That's true.
Hey,
Greetings.
what are you doing?
Me and some strawberries.
That's illegal.
What?
Do you have a thing that removes the center from the strawberry?
They make a thing that does that.
Yeah, it makes a lot of money for people, yeah. You can get them fancy too. You can get ones with skulls on them and stuff. I don't know.
I want you to understand, my forehead and my hand is not big enough to smack for me to make a noise. Why is that a thing?
I think it's because they're really easy to make, they're really cheap, and people don't like eating the center of strawberries. I mean, I don't know. It's effectively
What?
just a
What are we
tube.
talking about?
The
Asperger.
center removers for strawberries.
Oh. Wait, there's a center? Oh, you mean the stem. Whoa, that was news to me.
Were we talking about the stem? What the hell? The green stuff?
The stem remover. I think you guys were saying the center remover. I'm like, but that's
I was
just
saying the
more
center remover.
strawberry.
I don't
Oh.
eat strawberries. I don't
I
know
feel like
about
this is
strawberries.
too much
Okay.
Strawberry. This is too much strawberry for me.
Look, I never
remove
ate a
the center.
strawberry until I was really drunk about 3 or 4 years ago. That's the first time I ever ate a strawberry, and I just threw the whole fucking thing in my mouth. That's the only way I eat them now. Drunk, and the whole thing in my mouth.
I ate a lemon whole one time. Not like at once. Just like I ate the whole thing, including the skin.
You
I was
eat
told the skin
whole
was
lemon?
good. I was drunk.
I
What
heard
the
that
heck?
wrong.
Oh.
I heard it as he ate the whole. So he ate the whole middle of the lemon. That's what I heard.
No, the entire thing, the skin and all. I heard the skin was good for your skin, so I was just like, screw it.
Please do not take that advice because you're gonna start doing all sorts of weird stuff that's supposed to be good for your skin.
Well, like later, I was like, they probably sprayed that with pesticides. So,
No, it gets washed. It gets sterile. I mean, you bought it from a.
you really
grocery
think that you can wash the pesticide out of something? Because I don't think you can.
store. Sir, I've eaten all sorts of weird stuff, including accidentally paint thinner. You will live.
Yeah, I'll probably live. Yeah, I've probably eaten a lot of pesticide in my life. Clicky clacky, clicky clack. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm trying to make a donator overlay for my stream.
I want that too.
But
When
I
you figure out
don't
how,
know how the heck to do it.
if I figure it out, I'll tell you too. Are you using what is it called? Moo TV?
Streamlabs.
Or are
What?
you using Streamlabs? I'm using Moo TV.
Yeah. I've never heard of that one, but Streamlabs is like super good, at least for me. I really enjoy it.
Is it free?
Oh, it's-
Because like, I think 90% of the
Yeah, it
features
is.
for Moo is like you have to pay for it, and I'm like, I don't really want to pay for anything.
Oh, gross. Yeah, no, mine is free. Mine is free. I should
Streamlabs
say.
is free.
Yeah.
Hey, how much is it? You
Recent-
can I ask you how
What?
much it is for you to get the? You've got an icon that you use, right? You've got the hedgehog icon.
Indeed.
Did you have to
We're
pay
a
for
little
that?
hedgy. I went on Fiverr and I got it for, I think I spent $10 and I commissioned someone to do it. Actually, I made them make it a little bit faster, so it was $15 for that little guy.
You paid $15 and
I-
someone made it for you, but
Yeah.
to use it on Twitch, did that cost you, or did you just like upload an image and you can just click that and use it whenever?
Yep. You have to upload an image, and you have to be affiliate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have 50 people
So
yet. So
you unlock that choice once you get affiliate, and once you get affiliate, you can actually have 3 different emotes, one for each tier of subscription. I think eventually I'm gonna get the other ones, so then people pay more for subscriptions to get the other ones. I just have one right now, and then once you become partner, you can upload like 20 emotes. It gets crazy.
yeah, it seemed like
if you ever
that-
make partner.
I'm surprised that they like. I don't know. 20 emotes doesn't sound like a lot.
I think it's more than that. I'm just saying a random number. There's a lot though that partners can do. You only get 3 though if you're affiliate.
All right.
I've
I'm
only
streaming
had
right
one
now,
or
so
3.
we won't let
What?
anyone know who you are, so you don't break any rules.
Is that
Oh,
a thing?
okay.
I don't know. I think that there's a certain amount. There's some stuff you can say and some stuff you can't say, and I don't really know what's what.
Wait, what do you mean? You
Oh,
can say
yeah.
who I am.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like when you do the when you become affiliate or partner or whatever, I thought there was like a non-disclosure about our stuff.
Well, I mean, it's on the internet that says affiliate. You can have 3 different emotes you can use.
Oh yeah, but that's probably not the thing then. Yeah, I don't know. I've
Oh,
never done
yeah.
it, so I don't
I mean,
know
that's
what they
public
say.
info. It's not like I'm gonna tell you like the statistics of my account and
Okay,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
I don't
That
know.
might be the more sensitive info.
I've no idea. I just know that
Don't
YouTube.
worry, Twitch won't smite you down. I mean, people play like even copyrighted music all the time. I don't think
Oh,
they're
yeah.
that strict. If there's audio they
Well,
don't like, they'll just mute it.
When I play music on mine, they will not let me keep the video with the music. So if you go back and play an old video where I had music, it's all the audio is taken out of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they have a bot that does that.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a song list that has only music that's not copyrighted, so like remixes that other people made that's public domain. I have like 30 songs so far. But
There
I
really should
usually
be
do
a
that on my
player
spare
that just
time,
does that
like, listen
music.
to them. I know, yeah. There actually is YouTube. You can go onto YouTube. There is a channel on YouTube that always live plays on what's called uncopyrighted music. And that's specifically what they do. So a lot of people go onto stream and then they open up that YouTube in a different panel, play that audio, and you can use that music.
The grass is clipping like crazy here. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, it is. I'm watching it right now. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
You're
whatever.
really under that snow.
Yeah.
So much so you can't even see the snow.
Who needs blind when you can just clip under the grass?
Now, should I make the overlay for my donations recent donation, or should I make like top 3 donations of like the week? Because some people organize it differently. Like you can put either 3 donators or
I
just
don't-
the recent.
I don't know if you know this, but you are way
Mhm.
ahead of me. I would be asking you.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like what most people do. Because I usually
Oh, you know what?
follow smaller
You could
streamers.
just find someone that you like who's at about the stage that that's what I was gonna say is if you know someone who's a smaller streamer like you and I, or someone who's more at your stage, just see what they do. And
Let me take a look.
I mean,
A
if
lot of
it's-
people just have. Oh, here we go.
I think
Oh, there's
recent.
one
I think
person
you
that I
want
follow.
recent because if you do a donation, this is a hypothetical, right? So you do a donation and the thing only shows the top 3 people. What kind of recognition do you get for your donation? You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Recent donator sounds good then.
Yeah, it took me a minute to arrive at that, but I'm thinking recent's gotta be.
What?
I feel like I'm going to one of those bars.
Just
where
because
you
I'm
get
thinking that quantity is going to be more than quality in that regard.
You're like, what's it called? I can't hear what you're saying. I don't know if it's my internet or yours.
I don't know.
You're clipping in and out.
Can you
So
hear
I
me,
don't-
Hagby? Hagby?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
And maybe it's probably just me. Hmm. Trying to figure out how I want to do this.
Well, it sounds like you've got it figured out how to work it. You just got to pick how you want it to look.
Yeah.
I see
mean,
most
I-
people put it on the right-hand side. They do like an announcement in the top center, and then it's on the right-hand side for a while.
Or like underneath. I think I want to do the style where it's like underneath my camera, and then it says recent follower, donation, and subscriber. I don't know if that's too much though. But like
almost
you
like
would
a-
kind of recognize everybody.
It's almost like a ticker. It's almost like a ticker. What is it? The scrolling ticker you used to see on Newscast. I don't know if they still do those.
Oh, you just reminded me of something that really griefed me this morning. I don't know. Maybe you guys don't care, but it's pretty far off topic. I'll tell you that.
I care.
Okay.
Tell me. I
Okay,
care.
so Holden and Amy, right? This is like a radio group. They're on a radio that's not too far from. It's in Connecticut, and
Okay.
so they come on the air and they sound like they're crying, right? But you can also hear like they're like laughing. I couldn't tell if they were laughing or crying, because I could tell it's a put on.
Oh gosh.
Uh,
Okay.
and they're like saying things like, those times where you remember where you were because you heard news and you remember where you were, and like they kept saying like really coded stuff like that, and they're just like, yeah, we're really broken up over this. Maybe you've heard about it. It's on CNN. It's on these other things. It's scrolling across the bottom of CNN and this stuff, and I'm like, why aren't they just saying what the thing is? Obviously, it's a put on. They play 2 songs. I've got to get out of my truck pretty soon and go into work. And I was just irked because I was like, they waited over the time that it takes me to drive to work to play out their stupid thing. I never got the punchline. I don't know what happened. I Googled it online and I was like, man, this is a really messed up thing to joke about because actually, in the past few days, CNN has broadcast many deaths. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, what? Is it one of these people? I think that
It's to keep viewers, but it sucks because it's the news.
Ariana. The only thing I could figure is that maybe Ariana Grande's I heard that. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if she's gone or what. But I believe that one of her former boyfriends just passed away, and that was the only thing I could figure that it was. But if that is what it is, I was like, are they actually laughing about that? Because that's like, you're disc jockeys. You kind of have an obligation to portray, not humor in that sort of an event. I don't know. I thought Trump was dead for a minute, and I was like, man, what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
Because they made it sound like Princess Diane, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's their job to hype up the news, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like.
Do you,
TV, same thing with the
you're younger
radio.
than me. Do you remember where you were when you found out that Princess
Indeed.
Diane died, or is that not a thing in your life?
It's not a thing.
So
Yeah,
for you, it's like
I'm
were
very,
when 9/11
very
happened.
ill-informed. I don't. Huh? Yeah. When I was 9/11, my mom remembers it more than anything. I think I was in elementary school, like first or second grade. My mom just kept me home for the day, so I didn't know what was happening. I don't really have much memories of 9/11.
Oh man, I was in high school. Yeah, we like school stopped, and you just watched TV.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of my teachers like said similar things. Yeah.
And then the next day, we had a trip. I was in Michigan. We had a trip, and we went to see Dow Chemical. And Dow Chemical was closed because of the event. And so they actually paid for us to go kayaking at a local Dow swamp or whatever. I don't know. It was a swamp. They probably called it something fancy. It was a swamp.
It's a water retention pond.
It's like the runoff from a farm or something.
It probably is. God, I remember that though. I was because I just moved to Houston. My brother calls me up on the phone. It's like, dude, turn on the news. We're being attacked. Somebody shot a missile, and I'm sitting here watching this happen. And it's like less than 5 minutes after I turn on the TV, the second building goes down, and I'm watching this as it happens.
That's what happened to us too. We were watching it. We just turned it on because we heard about it, and then as soon as we turned it on, it was like just a few seconds later.
So yeah, it kind of blows my mind when Sierra's like, she says she doesn't remember it, and then you remember, like, it was like 10 years from 9/11 to the time that Osama bin Laden been killed, and literally there's all these kids that grew up and having no idea who that is or why it's important.
Oh yeah. It blows. Yeah, it makes you just feel old. Yeah, because it's been 7 years since that,
No crap, right?
or maybe it's been less. I don't know. Was it 2012 when he got nicked?
I think it was 2011.
I don't think nicked is the right term. But
It was like 2010 or 2011. It wasn't that long ago, but it was definitely 10 years after the fact.
yeah, but 10 years after it'd be 2013, right? Because it was 03. No, it was 01. It was 01. Yeah.
It was. Don't get this wrong.
Actually, I thought this was kind of weird. I graduated high school 03. Graduated college 13. I didn't go to college right away. I played poker professionally and ran a marina and stuff.
Ah, fucking buddy.
I thought it was the cool thing to do.
Fuck, the little bastard just ran off.
Bunny?
No, this fucking Siberian musk. I've been tracking this thing since you guys started talking.
I've actually been crouch walking this whole time, and I haven't seen one animal. No critters. I mean the whole time. I mean since before you logged on up to this point. So we're talking an hour, and I think I saw a moose earlier at one point.
Maybe just be in a dead zone. When I came on, I was in a dead zone, and I don't know how it is I started tracking this.
Isn't it a TV show, Dead Zone?
Isn't that what they refer to as the area of Chernobyl? God damn it! Now he's calling out, telling his friends. Now he has to die. Son of a bitch.
What's your plan to get him? You gonna use a collar, or are you just gonna chase him until you get him, or?
No, the same thing I always do. I'm gonna walk around with a bag of nuts in one hand and a hammer. Let's turn this freaking binocular at him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you'd think you'd be able to throw stuff, but a lot of games don't let you throw anything.
Man, I want to be able to throw binoculars at this thing. I want to see it just magically appear and whip it at its head.
I really think that we are not utilizing the gas canister enough in Grand Theft Auto. You can throw that thing, and you can shoot it, and it explodes. You can blow all sorts of stuff up with that.
I just like picking stuff up with bobs and then flinging them at people.
I mean, you can't even shoot back if you get a gas canister thrown at you at the right angle. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be right there, blocking your view. And if you do anything other than run, you're hosed. I think that's like so normally what happens to me, I don't know about you, in Grand Theft Auto, somebody kills somebody, and then they bust out their chain guns, right? And it's a chain gun corner war when they're on foot. And so I think that the right answer now for me is going to be to throw a gas can at the corner as they're trying to chain gun, and then to just hope that the gas can is close enough to blow them up. Or that the graphic will at least give me a second to shoot them before they chain gun me.
That might work.
Because right now it's 50-50, right? If I'm chain gunning and they're chain gunning, it's like, one of us is going to die, and we're using the same weapon. And I really hate those situations. Oh, I missed him. There's a moose right there. This game needs the Dovahkiin music, I swear. I swear it does. And the Fus Ro Dah power.
My God, finding the right shade of purple. I'm trying to add that donation overlay or whatever thing to what I already have as my camera box, and it's so hard to find the right color of purple that matches.
What are you trying to match it to?
It is driving me crazy.
What are you trying
I'm
to
trying
match
to
it
match
to?
it to my camera overlay. I have a little box. It's pink and purple.
Oh,
Those are kinda
I got you.
my
The
colors.
border for where you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to match it. Yeah. That.
You guys are starting to channel Braxis.
Hello?
You ever notice how he goes off on a random tangent at times?
I think I do that.
Me? Am I noticing that? Yes.
No, it's one of the things I've noticed with Braxis. He would just all of a sudden immediately, there he is, come back here, you little bastard.
Are you exhibiting Braxis, or are you talking about Braxis?
This little fuzzy bastard.
Squirrel!
I see you. Don't move.
It's pretty funny.
It actually is a squirrel.
Come on, don't move. Damn it. Steady your aim, steady. Stop looking at me. Damn it, it moved. Gotta get you. I don't know if I hit him.
You'll find out pretty soon, I imagine.
I got footprints and I don't know blood though.
Sarah.
Yes.
Okay, hypothetical. You are offered $50,000 to marry a Vietnamese guy from Vietnam. How much would it take for you to actually do that? To
No
marry?
deal.
No deal.
Okay,
List
so no
it.
deal. You get 50 grand. So no deal at 50 grand. So they pay you $50,000 to marry the hell?
Well, you just got knocked
Marry who?
offline.
Yes, we did.
Hell?
Hagby got knocked offline.
I got knocked off. Yeah, it just said Steam disconnected. What the hell?
Steam does rolling waves updates, and sometimes it knocks people offline, I've noticed. It'll probably knock me offline pretty soon.
Okay, so the hypothetical question of you would not if a Vietnamese guy pays you 50 grand, you would not do it, correct?
Yes.
What if they were Russian?
What?
What if they were Russian?
Oh, that the ethnicity doesn't matter to me.
At first, I thought you were going to answer totally different. I was like, wait a second, what?
Well, no,
Yeah.
it's a possibility
What?
because for some people that does matter.
I mean, I wasn't even really paying attention the
Well,
first time when you said that it's someone I don't know.
How much
then
is
I'm
it,
like,
though?
No.
Like, how much before you're like, well, they want citizenship and they want to pay you, and is there a cost, or are you just
I
like,
wouldn't
no
do
cost?
that.
No deal.
No deal.
No deal.
They have to take me out on a date first.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we've eliminated
I'm just
eliminated the previous
I have to
conversation.
know them. What?
No, because it's a conversation that came up earlier. Okay, so let's remove the marriage part. So you suddenly have $50,000. What is the first thing you do?
If I had $50,000,
Somebody just gives you $50,000. Let's say you take the marriage, you get $50,000. You now suddenly have $50,000. No questions asked. You can do whatever you want with it. What do you do?
I would save it for my teaching program so I could pay off all my college bills. I'd honestly just save it for the next year or 2 years so I don't have to work.
So you would basically use it as a way to like not have to worry about work. So it would get consumed over the next few years.
Exactly. Yeah, wouldn't buy a particular item now.
So there's this book,
Maybe a new microphone.
and this
But
book
you know,
is
that's like a small portion of the
Christ.
50,000.
so there's this book that I recommend that you read. It's Rich Dad Poor Dad, and you don't even have to read the whole book
now
if you don't
reading.
want. But you could just watch a YouTube video, or you could get Cliff Notes or whatever you want. But Rich Dad Poor Dad, I definitely recommend it based on your answer to that question. And now let's do the same question, but in this case, you have $50,000. You've married the person. You have a person who lives with you who doesn't speak English and has to work or do something during the day. Like, do you find them a job, or are they just on their own?
Well, we never got to this before, but go on. This is interesting.
Well, I mean,
What?
we didn't get into this because I didn't explain my side. Like, you said you were going to do the nail salon thing, right? I was actually thinking that, like, either they're going to do one of two things. They're going to have a relative in their home country that will then help us export and sell stuff in the U.S., and then we'll buy stuff in the U.S. and export it over there. Because, to me, as soon as you have a family on both sides of, like, whatever ocean, you might as well, do import-export, and like an online business or whatever. And no kidding, like if you were trying to do that and you just wanted like a good item that you would do that with, baby stuff. Baby stuff, baby stuff, baby stuff.
Oh,
Everybody who's a parent over there wants stuff from here, and everybody who's a parent over here wants baby stuff from all over the world. People spend crazy amounts of money on baby stuff.
Okay, so throw back the hypothetical question back to Sierra because I've already forgotten it now that you've done that.
Okay, you get $50,000. You've married the guy. He's Vietnamese. He doesn't speak English
Wait,
very
but I
well.
didn't agree to marry him.
No,
What happened?
It's a hypothetical. Don't worry about the
This
agreeing.
it's a Heidegger. You've just been dropped into this body. You have no idea why.
Okay.
But anyways, you're now married. What do you do with the guy? You're married. You're married. You took the money for the sole purpose of you just wanted the money. You don't really care about anything else. Do you do anything with this guy? Do you keep him? Do you throw him out? Do you tell him to go get a job? Does he just stay home all day?
You're turning the question into a whole bunch of other questions.
This is why I don't teach people stuff. I have like one.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't live with him, so he could do whatever he
No, so you
wants. I
can't-
wouldn't have any we wouldn't have any joint accounts or anything. I don't know if I have
Well,
the
that's-
choice when I marry someone not to do that, but
Well, that's
he could do whatever he wants to do.
Okay, so you have to be able to pass a test from the government saying that you are married for the purpose of actually being. So you're gonna have to put up with it because it's a 5-year
Sierra
deal.
fails.
You can divorce this person and never.
She
have-
fails. He gets deported. Oh, it crashed me. I told you it would. It crashed me.
I failed.
I crashed. My game crashed. The rolling Steam got me.
So it dropped you out.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Steam is doing that
fine.
rolling release.
Freaking Siberian thing. I'm gonna punch it in the face with a dart.
Did you have to actually alt tab out to make yours restart?
No, mine. Well, I'm in a window, so it doesn't matter. Mine had a little pop-up box. Click OK. Everything drops out. I'm looking at the price of Litecoin, going, ha!
Like really locked up. Like I'm trying to recover.
Control Shift Escape.
So I'm at work, right? And oh
Right.
no, we're still on the Sierra thing. So what do you do, Sierra? You've got do you have a business in mind that you would offer to start up or something, or what kind of, how would you support you and your new?
Oh god, she's gotta support him now? Not only is she
Well, I
married-
don't know. I mean, you got to do
Now
something
she's
that.
gotta support him?
Well, I mean, you could just let him eat your food, I guess, right? I don't know. What do you do?
Hmm.
You're not one Asian person buying groceries. Durian
It's
fruit.
so wrong.
Durian fruit. That's all I'm gotta say.
Hmm.
Oh, it's spawned me over here.
The fun hypotheticals we do.
I
Not even
don't know.
She's not even trying to answer the question. She's like still trying to figure out her donation button, and she's just trying to fudge her way through faking it. I know
What?
exactly what's going on.
No, never. What are you talking about?
Hagby, meanwhile, he's watching TV, he's answering the questions, he's watching the stream, he's talking to me, he's playing the game, he's shooting deer.
That's too much. That's too much for
I'm
me.
trying to figure out.
He's also
how
filling out
it's-
2 forms and making a tutorial for some lady. I don't know.
Don't forget, I'm also trying to find a good time to buy into Litecoin and drop out of it real quick. I want my 2 cents.
2 cents.
So I got that in the corner as well. Moving up. So I got that in the corner as well. Told you, I hate trying to I hate trying to teach people things. I firmly believe that I have this running theory. If the only people who really ever know anything are the people that can teach other people what they know, because it is such a pain in the ass to do. I'm also a firm believer that any idiot can learn anything if they absolutely want to.
Yeah, I think all of those things are true. I definitely think when you teach someone else, you learn the thing that you're teaching more. Yeah. Like if you're a dad or a mom and you've taught a kid something, like you know that menial thing, whatever it is. Maybe it's complicated. I don't know. You know it more.
Teach a kid to wipe their ass.
you're like a professional ass wiper. Those
Now
exist.
Think about it. You never thought about this. Think of the amount of headaches your parents had teaching you to wipe your ass. And I don't care whether you.
Let's
go
just
from the front
change
to
this
back or
topic.
back
This
to
is
front,
I don't like the
followed by
visualizations.
toilet paper.
I don't. We're bringing up people and parts of my body I don't want to think about.
Ah.
Thanks,
You have a
Mom.
roommate now for this?
Thank you, Mom, for the whole shebang.
Don't worry, I got horror stories when it comes to my mother's bathrooms as well.
I got a funny story for you. So I just get out of the shower, right? And I got whitey tighties on. I'm a little kid. I wore whitey tighties as a little kid. And I am excited for whatever reason, and I run into the living room and I sit on the stove, and it had squares. Like it was like one of those stoves that has like square metal on the top, you know? Like grating. And that was just burned into my bottom. Yeah.
You had a gas stove and you were like, I'm up here, Mom.
Oh yeah, I was off that thing fast, and they were putting snow on me. Fortunately, it was winter, and then I had to go to the hospital, I believe. I don't remember anything after that. I just remembered running and jumping and sitting on that, and it just being bad.
Oh God.
I thought it was pretty funny though.
Oh.
I mean, I think it's funny now, obviously. Like back then, I'm pretty sure that I was just ready to cry, and
It
then I
wasn't
did cry,
funny.
and then I was like recovering,
Aw.
and then I was putting up with jokes for the next week, month. Did you injure yourself in a humorous way in your childhood?
Is that an open question?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh no! If you got knocked off again and I get knocked off again, oh my gosh! Oh my god! Steam, come on! Was it Steam?
Yeah, it was Steam. It dropped me.
Oh,
So they're
sick.
doing something, either with that game or Steam's doing something.
Steam's definitely doing something.
I think North Korea came online and everybody finally got their computers working and everybody's trying to download Half-Life.
Yeah, yeah. There's a Half-Life 2 now? Sweet. I saw you, Sierra, beat a boss without any armor. That Mackenzie person was watching you.
Yeah.
And you just apparently they taught you a duck maneuver or something, and then you just
Dodge.
like on your second try just own that thing like you were a Dark Souls pro or something.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Yes, I remember this clearly. Yeah. I guess it just clicked with me. I thought it was going to be harder, but it was, yeah, it clicked. So I was able to beat it with no armor.
Are you level 20 now? Do you get the jacket?
No, I'm level 19. Next stream, I'll be level 20. And then I'll be able to put on that damn jacket I've been holding on for like a whole month. Ever since I started the game. I spent all my money on this freaking jacket and I haven't been able to wear it. I'm so close though. I am so dang close. Let's see here. Okay, I'm trying this new overlay that I just made right now, so I gotta make sure it works okay. Are you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my heart rate to go down.
Oh.
I'm getting ready to pack a couple of things.
Oh, you sound so far away. Come back.
Back. No, I'm getting. I really forgot I sold a couple of things on eBay. I actually have to pack these up. Ship them. People get cranky.
Come back. I still can't hear you.
I don't think I hit that boar. Baby, come
never
back.
know.
What?
Baby, come back.
You can blame it all on me. We didn't do that. Am I still coming in deaf?
You're coming in.
Okay.
I thought I killed a deer, but I only... Oh, that isn't a rock. What the hell? I thought it was a rock? No, it's not a rock. Oh, I did get that boar. Sweet. I saw my roommate Spider today. I thought it was going to be like just gigantic, right? But it is, it's a little smaller than, it's about the size of the top of a pop can. And I'm told that it is soon going to flip upside down and then exit its exoskin. And then it will like stretch out for several hours, growing larger. Which I thought was exciting, like just a bigger spider in my condo.
It's basically gonna molt like a snake almost. I've seen this before.
Yeah, molt was the term that she used, which I didn't know that term. I didn't really know that spider... I mean, I think I kind of knew that they shedded skin, but I didn't know that they actually shedded the exoskeleton. Like, I didn't know that was what was going on. I didn't know how they got bigger. I really didn't. She said that when it happens, it actually looks like there are 2 of her spider in the cage. She said that her spider's really shy, so the spider goes into this. She's got like a little log in her cage, and she crawls in there, and then she like webs off one end of it, and then just privately does her whole process inside of that log, and then comes out and like does all the stretching. Which I don't know. I thought it was fascinating. I've never had a pet. I don't want a pet spider. Did you die? You're trying to get Steam back up, or what's going on, Hagby?
Oh no, where'd he go?
He probably had a customer who probably didn't say anything.
There's a few things I've sold on eBay. Let's see, it's not an 11th. They sold the 8th. The 5th. So yeah, I gotta get these shipped out before somebody says something. This is the problem. Ever since I've started hanging out with Rocket playing video games, I forget that I have stuff listed on eBay.
I don't know why I got correlated with that at all. You could have just forgot without mentioning me.
Bugden.
I don't even play those.
Blue.
I don't do the bug. I'm not a Bogdan guy.
You got.
Dude,
practice.
Sarah, you don't even know how much stuff I get blamed for. Like, it's ridiculous.
Rocket is the official white person of our group. He is the person we blame everything on.
Still trying to process how that works. I saw an animal, but I believe I was running around because I wasn't paying attention. I think what happened is I shot the 2 animals. Then I stupidly, ran over to the warthog. I normally crouch walk over to my hunt because normally, you kill one animal. By the time you get to it, there's another animal will appear. And I didn't do that this time. I just ran over to it and then kept running. Like, I've got a new session open. Oh, that's right. You said that you were trying to do something. And that was my fault that you hadn't done it already. Oh, this was pretty cool. So we figured out how to look at the different stats on Grand Theft Auto. I've been playing it for years. Maybe at one point I knew about the stats section, like how to get there or whatever. You just go to the right when you're in the escape menu or whatever. But we got looking at that. Braxis discovered that I had killed him 11 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
It actually lists who your arch enemy is. I apparently am Braxis's arch enemy, as no one else has killed him 11 times but me. And he decided that all 11 kills I performed with the knife. That he believes that I only kill him with the knife. Now, simultaneously, I refute this because my game says that I've only killed like 11 or 12 people with the knife. And the way I think that works is I think it just counts like per person. I think it's per unique individual that you've knifed. It's counting those. Because I know I've knifed more than 11. I've killed people with a knife more than 11 times. Actually, I'm pretty surprised that it's only 11 unique individuals. And Braxis says that he thinks that all 11 are him. That I'm just knifing him constantly, and that's the whole tally. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. I guess maybe it's boring. I don't know. You're just like, whatever.
I don't play that game, so I don't know. I don't know what to say.
When does Monster Hunter come out on PC?
August, I think.
Just in
Hagby's
time
looking
for me
forward to
Put
it.
it on a laptop. Send that laptop to my brother.
I'm trying to do something, but it's really hard. Oh my gosh, this sucks.
I'm surprised you're not. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it would give your private information out, but I'm surprised that you aren't streaming doing that.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. So you'd get an audience that would be watching you do the thing. Lots of people stream how to do that stuff.
Yeah, but I'm opening like something that could potentially be sensitive information, so like my Streamlabs and stuff like that, because there's a certain code that's on there. If I accidentally click that, I'm screwed.
Oh,
Because then everyone will have my. If I was making something, though, you're right. If I was making if I was spending so much time on making a banner on Google Docs and like everything was private, I could definitely stream me making something. Just doing like the system stuff makes me nervous though, because if I press the wrong thing, it might show like where I am or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why. It's all technical stuff, anyways. Not that fun to watch.
You know, you say
If I
that
was making something,
But-
if I was making something, that'd be funner.
on my YouTube channel. My videos that get the most views are the ones where I'm actually doing really boring stuff, like I'm making like a button or whatever in Excel, or just like boring stuff, like just making a table or doing a list or whatever. Those are the ones that get all the views. I don't know why. Or like that D&D, I did the 2 D&D 4th edition tutorials. Those got a ton of views. I have no idea. What graphics card are you using?
Who?
You.
Oh, I don't know. I had someone else build my PC. I'm not good with computers. I'd have to look it up. Or do you go somewhere to look it up? PC something? I don't know. I always have to look up directions on how to do that. I'm really bad with that kind of stuff.
Well, as long as you know how to Google it, that's...
Google is my friend. Definitely. I'm trying to find this thing I saved, but I don't know where I saved it. Story of my life. Huh. Maybe if I go to recent, I can find it.
No, I was going to suggest. Recent.
Well, let's try
Oh!
recent.
I was going to tell a story about today. I was trying to do this thing on... I'm programming this display for this machine, right? And this guy shows me how to use... it was a Windows key. Shift Alt Tab apparently goes backwards. So like, I was sharing one of my monitors because I always use two monitors. Like just at work, at home, I always use two monitors if I can. And he was on one of the monitors that was not my main, and he was trying to get back and forth without looking at my other stuff because he was a really polite guy from the help section on this display. And I noticed that he was just flipping back and forth between the two. I don't know, maybe you knew about that, but Shift Alt Tab, I thought it was kind of cool.
Shift Alt Tab. Oh,
Yeah, so if you Alt Tab, you go forward in your programs, and if you do Shift Alt Tab, you just go back to the last one. I'm not sure how useful it is if you're not sharing displays with people all the time. I imagine that Hagby probably knew that command.
I don't think I knew it like I know like Control Tab or doing it through like Firefox and bouncing between tabs. I knew it from there. I think at some point I may have done it with regular Alt Tab and hitting shifts just to go backwards. I don't think I actually knew what I was doing. I don't know how to explain that. I think I did. I just didn't realize I knew it.
oh my gosh! The thing I've been looking for like 20 minutes is on my desktop because I've had the same issue and I saved it for future me, but I didn't even realize it's sitting right in front of me in the folder. Oh my gosh!
That's
So
funny.
you now need to notice for that one.
Ah, thanks, past Sierra, but geez Louise, I don't know how to make it any more obvious to me.
Where did you look first?
Oh my god. I was just going through all of my files in the computer. I'm like, where the heck is this certain folder in my computer? And it was just sitting on my desktop because I knew I'd have a hard time finding it. Because it's like one of those folders I have to go into other folders to find.
My past
I'm
me
like,
screwed my
I've-
future self. When I switched PCs, I'm really organized. Okay, I'll just tell you that right now. My computers, my filing system, it's pretty organized. But I screwed myself because my past self was really organized, which means that everything in my past set when I moved it onto this computer is labeled and organized the same way that my current set is. So I have two redundant sets of organized stuff. So I always have to check two locations for anything.
You can't merge that?
I'm sure that there's a way to merge it all, but I don't think that you can just... I mean, you can't just drag the files one folder into the other one, or you'll just have, like, all of the
No,
folders...
you can't. Do this.
What?
Change. Okay, so I gotta put the gun down before I shoot something. So take the folder, right? Let's say, because I do this all the time with ordering Vin pictures. So take two folders. Name one folder 1, the other one folder 2. Put different files in each one of them. Now, the folder number 2, rename it. So they're both in the same main folder. Rename folder 2 to folder 1. It will ask, hey, do you want to merge these? You click yes, and it will shove everything into those two folders into the very first one that you just renamed
Okay,
it.
I know that you can do that, and I don't dispute that at all. But if both of the folder 1 and folder 2, before you rename them and do the merge, have folders inside of them that have identical names, does that cascade all the way through that folder tree, as it were?
I don't know if it cascades with the folder trees. I know if you have the exact same file names, it will ask you, do you want to overwrite it, or do you want to rename it after, or do you want to rename the one
Well,
that's being copied into it?
I mean, I guess I'm being silly. The obvious thing is for me to just create a test of like multiple folders with folders and folders, and then to just make sure that it works, right?
Actually, I'm going to try that right now.
Are you on Windows 10?
Yes.
I apparently got 2 texts, and my phone's been on silent.
Okay, so what am I testing here again?
Folderception merging.
Jesus, I'm going to do this wrong.
you just testing this for my benefit, or are you curious, or like what's causing
Curious.
the test? Just curiosity.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see if this will happen. Like I do it like, okay, so I do it with car pictures when I take pictures because, I end up with like 6 different batches of the same VIN, but I need them all merged into a single folder. So like, I have like all the work in progress pictures, parts, invoices, everything. It's all in there and it's all merged together. And I kind of sort of know when everything's taken. But I can find it. Like, I don't have to like if I need a parts invoice for a car, I know what to order parts for. I know I took a picture of it. I made sure it goes into that VINs folder, and it's there. I don't have to fish through 10 pounds and literally like 5,000 invoices to find this one freaking piece of paper. But I'm not sure how deep this goes. If you have any files the same name, you'll be asked you want to replace those. Do you still want to merge the folder? Yes.
Well, that right there means that I can't do it.
No, it'll ask you. It asked me, but it didn't. What the hell did I do?
Did it say rename them, or did it say you just combine them?
I don't know what it did.
I think it overwrote some of them. I think you just lost half your stuff. You just like
No.
Thanos'd half of it.
No, I didn't. What the hell did I do? Oh, I know. Okay, so I have one folder, the second folder in is the same name, but there's nothing in it, so I don't worry about that. The third folder in, 3 levels in, same folder name, same file name, yada, yada, yada. Why am I changing this file? Oh.
Did you have objects inside of them, or did you just merge folders with folders?
No, I have pictures inside.
I'm just going to say it now. I think that I am considerably less organized than I first let on with my file system. I think that I said something like, I'm extremely organized with my files. I'm going to recant that. I'm pretty organized. I'm not like optimally.
Okay, so it's going to first ask you if you want to merge the folders, and if you do that, then it asks if you want to replace the files. So let's click yes. That's the second folder in. We'll do that. Yep. Then it starts asking me individual files. Hey, do I want to replace this, or do I want to rename duplicate to 2 in the parentheses?
So you're able to merge them all together. That's what you're saying.
Okay, but yeah, and then if you have duplicate, let's say you have the exact same file name
For the
within-
folder or for the file?
No, like this is like 3 folders in. I have the exact same file name, right?
Yeah.
And it's asking me, do I want to this file already has the same file name. Do I want to rename the other one? Well, let's say no. Let's do that.
Wait,
Because
I
I know what
have
it
questions.
does.
I have questions.
Yes. Go.
So you've got a unique folder with a particular name folder inside it, and inside of that is another folder with a particular name, and inside of that is an object with a particular name. And those
Correct.
3 particular names are identical in the second unique folder.
Yes.
Okay. And you are getting asked if you want to rename one of them, of the
Yeah.
objects.
This is.
So the
this
folders
is
are
like 2 or
not
3
asking
deep.
you, just the objects are. Okay.
Yeah, because if the folder name is the same, it will ask, do you want to merge the files into it?
I would still have an issue with this, and I think that the problem is that some of the objects that I have in these folders that like my old computer has, that my new one has, are not simple objects. They are very complex. So they're like programs. And I think if I do any renaming I want to actually know that I kept the right one. I think I have to manually sort them. Or I at least have to get the softwares out of them. At the minimum, I have to remove the complex objects.
Yeah, depending on the way you did yours, you would probably have to do it manually.
I was thinking about this today. I used to have a .exe, a program that I'd run, and I just, I named it, Rocket Stuff or whatever, or Rockets Lab, or, just so that when I was on Steam, it would be like he's running his own software. He's playing his own game, and a couple of my friends, got good chuckles out of it or whatever. But I was thinking about it today that in theory, I could launch the exe, which then launches a batch file, or launches different batch files. I'm not sure if the exe could do it exactly itself. I think the exe would prompt me on doing an install or running an executable, and the executable minutia. Anyways, one way or the other, I think I could run a program that would then ask me which game I wanted to run, and I think I could trick Steam into letting me always show that I was running my program when I was playing random games. So I could just have it prompt me in any game that I have in any exe on my computer. I could have it ask me about that and run it. So I could make like a library within this program that would let me run other games just to show my name constantly. I don't know.
I think that's possible.
I mean, I hadn't really thought about it before, but today I had that thought. Because I did this weird thing where, like, we were trying to write... we were trying to copy files on this display, but we couldn't get it quite to do it the way that we first wanted to, so we ended up just using a shortcut. Like, we just made a batch file, called the batch file, had the batch file do it. Which, like, when I did that, I just started wondering, are there just like a lot of people out there using batch files to do all sorts of cool stuff on their computers, or is that something that like is just really rare to do for even people who are more savvy than I am? It was kind of like, just looking into the rabbit hole. You know what I mean?
I don't know about batch files, but I know there's a bunch of guys that have learned, like, there's programmers that learn stuff like Python, all sorts of various scripting programs that do very, very mundane tasks, and they do it on a regular basis.
Like, what would be an example? You got a good one? A heuristic?
I'm trying to remember a story of a guy who used to work in IT, and he had, he basically was running a script that at random, or like very specific times, would send out an email saying, hey, I can't come into work today, and it would pull a random answer out of a text file, and it would automatically fill it out, and it would log off his email and everything else. He did weird stuff like that, and I've loved to find the story because there's all sorts of other weird things he would do. Like, if he knew if he didn't log in at a certain time, the script would automatically just send an email saying that, or if
so he'd sleep in, effectively.
Yeah, I mean, he basically had a whole thing set up to do all the really dumb, weird shit to make it sound like he was actually there, working, when for the most part he was just screwing off playing World of Warcraft.
That sounds... Yeah, I believe that, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, there's probably lots of guys who do really weird stuff that's very mundane, it's very predictable, very repeatable, using just, scripts.
See, it's always catch-22 half the time when I'm at work right now, because I'm not doing programming that I know how to do. If I was doing programming I know how to do, I'd just be done already. But it's all new stuff for me. So I'm in this position where, like, I know that I could just, like an infant, just struggle to do stuff that wouldn't work, or that might after several hours work. Or I could just like, try to like look busy and just wait for IT to tell me how to do the thing, because it's going to take them like an hour or less to just teach me it real quick. And so I'm just like, I hope my coworkers don't get pissed at me for just like, looking busy for like an hour or something while I wait for this. Because like I really don't like beating my head against the wall, because like there's only so much you can divine yourself without training.
The art of looking busy is almost always done by having a random Excel sheet open. The Excel sheet does not need to have any relevant information. It just needs to be filled with occasional couple of cells. That
Are you
colored
reading
in.
that from something? Did you just Google?
This is what I've done for years.
Oh, okay. It just sounded like you're reading it, so I was like, what the hell?
This is what I've done. I've remember, I've got more than one monitor. Or I used to have a big 40-inch Seiki monitor, which I fucking loved, which I think is in my garage still. And I've always learned, always have an Excel sheet open. It doesn't make a difference what the hell it is. When somebody sees an Excel sheet and any other freaking window, they know that for some reason you're working. They don't know what the Excel sheet is. They don't know. You look at if you saw my computer, you go, what the hell is all of this? You look at it and go, this is trash. You're fucking off. You would know that. The average person looks at this, they see a console running. What the hell is this running? I forget what this is running. This is running Monero Miner. And it's a bunch of freaking numbers. There's an Excel sheet below that with a bunch of freaking numbers. There's Photoshop running behind it with a bunch of pictures flashing behind it. You don't know what it's doing. Oh, yeah, and then there's eBay pulled up. If you looked at this, you go, what the fuck are you doing? And then you just keep walking.
Yeah, I think when I go in my coworker's office, I just see like he's on some site shopping for women's clothing for his wife or something.
Yeah, exactly. Every time I go pass by my sister-in-law's office, where is she? She's at fucking Amazon.
Man, if this thing has more than one shot in it when I get there, I'm going to be upset. Because I feel like it should have died a while ago. I'm
All right,
supposed
guys,
to.
I gotta go.
Did you get it sorted out?
No, I made it though, but I just have to. I have to pick out symbols, and then I don't know. I can show you guys what it looks like right now. It's like I did the overlay, so that's all done. It looks good to me. I just need like the symbol and like what I want to put on, like most recent like follower, most recent donation, like that sort of thing. I just don't know what I want to put on it. Let me see if I can send it to you guys. Now let me do snipping tool really quick.
Could you do me a favor? Could you right-click on that snipping tool and tell me what the .exe is for it?
Right click it, run as administrator.
No, just right-click properties and then just tell me what the name of the file is.
Properties. I don't see that.
Right-click properties.
What? Hold on, I need to take the picture.
Okay. What? What?
Just need a little picture of a hamster holding up a #1 sign for #1 donator.
I can just ask Hagby will probably I can get the exe from him.
Okay.
Huh?
So save.
Am I supposed to be watching someone's stream?
Capture.
No, I just
Save.
I disabled Windows 10 BS on my computer, and so like now I can't actually find programs.
Okay, this is what it looks like. Sorry. Alright, I uploaded it. I like that color that I found, and I think it matches. I just need to fill in what I want to put on the top and the bottom. Because I don't know.
So does the top and bottom change at will, or is that automatic?
Hmm?
I'm trying to think if it's like a ticker box, like a scrolling ticker box of just random data.
I mean, eventually I'll put in a text box. I have what's it called, Streamlabs labels. Downloaded it, and it's just a text file where it updates whenever I'm streaming, and it shows like the newest follower and stuff. Like it's connected to my account.
Okay, so you've got the money symbol on there. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could just do the money symbol. The money symbol at the top, but I don't know if I should do that for recent donation, I guess, or highest donation. Probably recent, right?
Here's what you
Recent,
need.
so they stay up there for a while. Because it's not like I'm obviously not. I'm probably not going to get donations that much. So I guess recent donation on the top would be good. But what should I put on the bottom? Like recent follower or recent sub?
I don't know why there is a bottom.
I'm going to say you do. Here's what I'm going to say you do. For the top, we're going back to Fiverr. We find somebody who makes a picture of a hamster fireworks, just sparklers. That'll work, and that'll be it. That'll be for the top one. For the bottom one, what? Just do recent followers, and everybody's dropped off. I've lost someone. No, that's a potato.
I am the potato.
Okay, so for the bottom, we can literally have a potato with a sign that says "Thank you." That will make everybody happy.
Yeah, I kind of think that if you have to make the choice between your top donation and your most recent donation, I would do the most recent. And then as far as followers, if they're gonna, I don't understand exactly how it works, but don't most people have the same marquee pop up as like donations and followers, and it just have a different name and different appearance, but it's the same spot?
Yeah, that's what I have going on right now, but it goes away after 60 seconds. I wanted something that's like on the screen.
You want to permanently have on the screen
Yes.
whoever did the top donation.
Yes, yeah, that's what some people do.
Then I would put the one that you want to be top on the top, and put the other one on the bottom, or the opposite. I don't think it matters which way you do it.
Okay, so it'd be like maybe then recent donator on the top, and then on the bottom recent follower. Then that makes sense to me.
I thought you said you were doing those two in the same spot.
I can't fit it all.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't want their name to get cut off. That would suck.
Yeah, it would suck,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, sounds good. All right, I have to go. I have to go to beer bingo.
Beer
with
bingo.
My mom. Very exciting. Yeah, my mom and her boyfriend. I third wheel it up, but they buy me booze. I was gonna say beer, so I said brews. Booze and food. So I third wheel. I gotta get dressed
Nobody can say no to food.
so I can look good for nobody.
Whatever. I'm sure you'll meet someone old and nice there.
Ew. No. I'll just be sitting next to my mom the whole time. It's bingo anyways. I'm really into bingo, guys. I'm not good at it, but damn do I get into it.
How are you bad at bingo?
I've never won, and I've gone a lot.
Well,
And
like,
there's
that's
like only
typical.
me and like 15 other people. What's the chances I've never won, and there's like 5 games a night?
How many cards are they
Anyways.
using? How many cards are you using?
That we all get 1. So isn't that a shitty chance? And I've been there all the time. I feel like my lucky streak is gonna hit soon.
Yeah, law of averages.
It's only a matter of time.
How
Law
drunk
of
are you?
averages. What?
You probably don't want to be there as much as they do, so you're probably drinking more.
Maybe. But I'm very good at bingo.
Berber.
Even when I'm drunk. Maybe. Okay. Alright, I gotta go. I gotta get ready. My mom's boyfriend's gonna pick us up. He should have been here like 2 minutes ago. Alright. Bye-bye.
But
Bye-bye. I
Bye.
can't speak.
she's totally drinking more. That's what's going on.
I was gonna say she's not losing because she's got bad luck. She's losing because she's too drunk.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm sure
The
she can
Korean
hear
girl
us right now.
tries to-
She's listening to us. She didn't leave the stream yet.
That's like the Korean girl actually went to a. She invited me to this Christian bingo, and I said no. And I guess she went there. One of the other guys comes up to her and says, "Man, you must catfish a lot of guys."
What?
What?
Well, yeah, I guess he was like negging the hell out of her, and late 20-year-old Asian girl, but she looks white. She looks like a suburban white mom. She acts like one too. And one of the guys walks up. One of the other guys is at this bingo, Catholic, Christian, whatever bingo, walks up there and says, "You must catfish a lot of guys." And I guess the reason for that is it's like, and I can understand this too, because she has like one face she uses for like Instagram and Snapchat, and you go, "Oh, she's kind of cute," and then you meet her, and you go, "I don't understand who this is. Put your face back on."
I had a girl do. I've been catfished. I'm gonna tell you my catfish story. I saw her. She looked great. She looked like a swimsuit model in the face, you know. And then when I met her at Olive Garden, she was really large, and I bought her dinner. I was gonna buy her dinner, you know. And then she pushed it. She just, it was like we were like 3/4 of the way through dinner, almost done, and she goes, "So, did I look like my picture?" And I was like, "Well, I wasn't gonna say anything, but if she's gonna push it," and I just dropped it on her. I just told her, "Look, you look like a swimsuit model, and you're not one." And then she started crying and left. And then Olive Garden gave me my meals for free. Yeah. Yep. Go Olive Garden. Props.
That's too funny. That's awesome.
And then I hit on the waitress, but she wasn't interested.
No.
Don't
I
do
thought-
that. I'm having trouble breathing.
I thought maybe the reason why I got the meal free was because I was kind of cute, and that happened. But I don't know. I guess like no. It's pretty hard to upgrade right in a restaurant like that, though. That's like a tough upgrade.
You're still trying though.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? You just get told no. Did you guys get catfished ever?
I haven't done much dating yet.
Hagby, everyone just whip out a penis on you, or
Weird side note. For some reason, the only people I seem to attract are either black women of various sizes or gay guys. I don't know why.
it probably has something to do with you playing girls in video games.
That might be that too. But the other thing is no, for the most part, no surprise penises that I'm aware of. Not that I can remember. I did have a girl tell me that she went to Europe, stayed in Spain for like a year, so like she like overstayed her visa, and then got banned from all of Europe for like 10 years.
Oh, crap.
That was
I'll be
the
right back.
first
One
date.
second.
He's dead.
No, she's not dead. But there's definitely no follow-up date.
I have returned.
All right, Spider Girl did not kill you. Spider did not kill you. I'm calling off the police.
Yeah. Oh, she's gone. She's working this week, I guess, back at her old job. Just her spider and her hamster here. I think. I better text her and find out, like, if I have... I think I might be getting roped into feeding them.
Yeah, I was just going to ask if you were on pet sitting duties now.
I mean, I don't think that it's... I mean, for the most part, I'm pretty sure you can just, like, leave a dish of food in their respective cages. So I think maybe she's probably all set, but I don't know for sure. She said her dad was gonna bring over some furniture one day this week, and I was like, like when I'm home, like he's gonna be in the condo when I'm home, or he's gonna snoop in my room, find stuff he doesn't like, and then be really pissed. Like, what's gonna happen here?
No. That's why she asked for your Facebook first and your Instagram and all that, because her dad has to vet you as a person. That, and she's gonna run you by like all of her friends and go, "Is he cute or not? Should I be okay to live with this one? He's not a psycho killer. I'm still gonna have my kidneys, right? Yeah. Okay, great." What the hell was I gonna say before I did that?
I don't know, but I was also thinking that I would tell you this part where she's like, well, like, what do you even have in your closet? And I'm like, well, like, I mean, just like look at this shirt. And then like I've got this shirt that's got this chick on it that's ball gagged, and she's like, oh yeah, you probably want to hide that from him.
Try to come off as a respectable adult. Just go to Target, buy a just like generic plain colored shirt, wear some freaking khakis, and for the love of God, please shower, and possibly shave. Just act like an adult, just long enough for her dad doesn't worry about it and decide to like come kicking in and then not pay the rent.
I'm hurt that you don't think I shower.
No, I'm just being honest. I'm throwing everything at people. I mean, as hell, I didn't shower between Friday to Sunday. I just didn't go home. Woke up, I went to work, and I went to the office, and I woke up again, and I did it again. I'm pretty sure by Sunday I stunk.
I'm pretty sure that day you probably didn't smell the ripest.
I didn't smell anything. I just keep working.
Or did smell? Is it ripe? Is ripe the good way to smell or the bad way to smell? Because ripe really means too fresh, right?
Ripe in the sense of a person's odor is bad.
But should it be?
I don't know. I'm not the one who comes up with the English language. Just the one who bastardizes it.
Priest, what are you doing?
He's baking a potato.
He's dead. He's dead.
No, he's not dead. He's reading about how Ford is replacing the Ford Fusion with an SUV and still calling it a Fusion. And a small part of him has died on the inside.
I'm such a moron. I was gonna see if Sarah was streaming because I forgot she went to bingo, and I was just gonna like let my phone watch her so that I could tease her, and she'd be like, "Well, aren't you playing too?" Like she wouldn't get it. But then I remember she's at bingo. She's got this game that she plays. It's My Time at Portlandia, or Portia. She's got a character who looks just about just like her.
What the hell?
Are you watching it? Do you see her channel?
Oh, I'm looking at the thing,
The car?
the video, or the pictures of this My Time in Porsche.
Oh, yeah. It's like
This
Animal
reminds me of, like,
Crossing,
Stardew Valley.
except they aren't animals. Yeah, Stardew Valley. Yeah, it's
Just-
kind of like that.
or like Harvest Moon.
I don't know. I didn't see either of those games. I think that they are similar
Harvest Moon
looking.
is like before Stardew Valley, same concept.
Okay.
You
I-
know, you
I associate it with
Oh, my.
Animal Crossing because that's the only game that's like that I play. But I don't exactly know how it works. I know that her character passed out and like couldn't wake up at 3 a.m. or something, and then like automatically went to sleep or something, and that the characters have a limited amount of stamina, so they can only do so many functions per day in the game before they're like just exhausted, which I think is kind of a cool mechanic, but also really annoying. I mean, if you're in a game and you want to go fishing, you just want to fish from sun up to sun down, without being told when your character's tired. Like when I fish in WoW, I mean, I want to get 100 levels every time I go and do that. I don't want to I pretty much just want 100 levels every time I do it.
That's probably the reason they do that. They don't want you doing the same damn thing for hours on end. They want you to keep moving around, which may be part of this whole streaming thing too.
It's interesting to see how fishing mechanics work in different games because if they just do regular fishing mechanics, like if they just had like a generic, not much thought into it, you throw the thing out there, you catch a fish, you do this or that, and it comes in. People would just make bots and they just fish all day with a bot, and then they'd come back and they just sell other fish, right? So they, like in WoW, you have to click on the bobber, and the bobber spawns in different spots. So you could still trick it. You could still cast and just click in the spot where you think the bobber's going to be, or click in another spot where you think it's going to be, and then, just repeat that and just have, whatever percentage of your time is just wasted with your bot. But in her game, you have to put a bobble on the fish and sort of lead the fish the whole time, and also operate the reeling in mechanic. So it'd be pretty hard to bot that without having fish image recognition. I guess that WoW is probably easier because you probably could do bobber recognition easier than fish recognition because it's just one object all the time. And you technically in WoW, I think you can buy a big bobber. You can just make it a massive bobber. Oh yeah. I thought I saw a moose over here and he just walked right out. She walked right out. Both of them. Though that was weird when Sierra was saying how what was it? She was only 4 when the towers went down.
That's what she did. She said she was like a kid. Holy Christ, I'm old.
I bet you that my roommate's not. My roommate, I think, is younger than Sierra. Probably the same boat. Little kid when the towers went down.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ship your packages yet?
I knew it was something I was supposed to be doing, not screwing around. God damn it. I get distracted easily.
Well, you are watching TV and doing all those other 5 things too.
Yeah, true.
Is Priest back?
I don't think he ever left.
Are you watching my stream, Hagby?
Nope.
Okay, well somebody's been watching my stream quite a while, and I don't even know who it is. It's the NSA. I said bomb one too many times on here. It's a weird looking tree. It's like a Dr. Seuss tree. So were you part of the Thanos did nothing wrong subreddit before the snap?
No, I wasn't. I mean, I caught wind of it originally, like on Imager, and I just kind of laughed at the idea, and then it went from just kind of like a random post to ballooning massively into like an actual thing, and I just kind of like just laughed my ass off at it the whole time.
Yeah, I kind of like. I mean, it really raised questions for me. Like, did the writing of the Thanos thing just fall apart when that happened? Because the population grew immediately after that happened. Like the snap happened, and now they have all kinds of people in there subscribed.
Well, because it grew sudden interest in that place, and it was just originally it was just designed to like I guess make memes that Thanos did nothing wrong, and they were competing with other people, and then somehow they hit a point where it's like, okay, well, that's 500,000 people. Let's do this, and then it happened, and somehow it gets back to the guys at Marvel, and then they start getting in on it. It's one of those weird internet things where all of a sudden it balloons and it's everywhere. Then in about 4 days it'll be gone.
Yeah, it probably won't last too long, but still, it's pretty interesting.
Like, did you ever see Twitch plays Pokemon?
Nope.
Okay, there was a thing. Somebody had written a bot that would play Pokemon, but it interact. You could, as an audience member, you could interact with it. So you type in A, and if there's enough consensus, like within a given time frame, like I don't know, every 6 seconds, it will. If there's enough people that say A or up or down or whatever, does that direction. So you ended up with like, 150 people playing this thing. Playing Pokemon by just typing weird stuff into chat, and then it ballooned massively into like 50,000 people trying to play this game.
There's a guy on Twitch that trades stock that way. So what ended up happening? Were they able to play it?
They did. They finished the whole thing. They did manage to actually finish the whole thing, and I can't like I remember being at a friend's house, and she was dating the Swedish girl was dating this guy who was the weirdest fucking guy you'd ever met. You would seriously think he was a serial killer
Because he's Swedish. I mean, they seem like
no. She was half Vietnamese, half Swedish. He was generic white,
Oh.
but he always had this like really weird like half smirk at all times, and you were like, this is the type of person who just randomly murders people. But
half smirks. I don't buy that.
No, he did. He always had this like weird half smirk. He was always not smiling, not like teeth grinning, but he always had this kind of like this like gentle half smirk at all times. It was the weirdest thing ever.
That's not indicative of a serial murder.
Yes, it is. But anyways, I could never get. Usually I can get guys to talk about anything. Usually it's cars. The only reason I know anything about Chevys is because I can hold a conversation with anybody else about a car. I don't care. Sports knows. Chevys, engines, cars, yes. Somehow I got into this conversation with him about Twitch Plays Pokemon, and this is the most excited I've ever seen this kid in my entire life. And he throws it up on the TV, and he's running whatever it was Cody was before it was XBMC, I think it was. And we're watching this thing on TV, and we're eating like dinner at their place, and it was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, Twitch Plays Pokemon. They did actually finish the game, and then it continued on. They did actually start doing the rest of it. 400 hours. It took 400 hours for a crowd of people to learn how to play a game by democracy. But yeah, it was definitely something to watch. I mean, 4 years ago. I mean, back when Imager was actually interesting, you would see all these posts of praise Helix.
What? You're trying to throw Imager into the almost under the side, under the bus.
Who did I insert under a bus again?
I'm on to you, though. I'm on to you.
What? I missed something there.
Or did you?
I did.
You sure?
Oh, yeah. There was a pig next to me. I fired a shot. I crossed the map there, and the pig next to me started grunting. It cost me a shot on one of them other moose, though. I almost have enough money for a tent so you can spawn on me.
Spawn on me.
Wait, so you had to pay $4 for DLC, and you still need to pay money in a video game to do this?
I actually like that they do that. I don't really like when you get things in a video game because you paid money for it. I like when you earn it in the video game as well.
That's
So-
like telling me to buy a DLC for the nightclub, and then tell me, fuck off. You don't have enough in-game money to do this. I would throw shit far enough that it would hit them in Montreal.
I don't know if you know this, but you do have to earn it in game, right?
I don't fucking care. I paid $5 for a fucking DLC. I want the shit now, today. I pay cash for it. I skip breakfast. I skip Chick-fil-A for this fucking thing. Give me the fucking tent.
Oh, Chick-fil-A is kind of shit, so you should skip it.
I guess it depends what game it is. There are some games where I want it right away. Like if it's a gun and it's Battlefield, I want to pay money to skip grinding with a shit gun. But I don't play those games anymore because I think that they do that and it's crap. Honestly, though, the pistol in most Battlefield games is better than the rifle. It's like 3 shots, the gun shoots straight. You don't have to learn like the feathering of the gun mechanic, and you can just pop them from really far away.
Yeah, pop them. Light them up.
Is there a word that has like the connotation of exploding a watermelon? You can't say like you gush them.
Splooge?
That doesn't. No, that I don't think you want to say that. So, what do we got left? I mean, Brexis he's actually on the finale now, right? We did the ULP. We did the Stromberg. We got the Avenger. I think that's it. I can't remember what else there would be. Did you guys do a Bogdan last night? Are you there, Higby? Higbizzle.
So some of the parts here I have, I don't know if they did it one. I think we are down to just a bog at this point. But I just realized something. Some of the parts here I have like dates on them, so I kind of know like try to go through the oldest stuff first. Not that it actually matters. And I just realized I have inventory here that's older than my niece.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about that right now.
Probably old.
Do what?
You probably feel old, I would imagine.
Well, because it really kind of tells me how much time I've not spent at the office. Like, if I'm at the office, I sell stuff. Or, I can run around, I can hustle. If I'm not here, man, I don't sell anything. Holy shit.
What? What is boy?
I'm sorry, Christian shit.
What?
It's a Christian Discord, sir.
Oh.
We can't use God's name, man.
Forgot that. Chris. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, what do you have that's older than your niece?
HID ballast. I mean, I've got like 7 different types, largely because now these things have options. And I've got probably about 50 of these that are at least 2 years old. They're marked 2016 February.
Some guy stopped me today when I was at the gas station. Had the same kind of truck I did, except his is a 2001 and he's got a V6 in it. It's the
I tricked you out.
Explorer Sport Track.
You got a trap?
What?
You have a trap?
A track. Yep.
Didn't know you were into traps. I respect that, I guess. You do.
Those are no, tracks, as in racetrack, not traps.
Oh, you sure?
Well, he did tell he was asking me earlier if I had any surprise penises from Tinder, which the answer is so far not yet.
You want to change that?
I'm not sure how to feel about that. I feel like that's one of those questions that it's like you don't know what you're going to do until it happens. What do you do when there's suddenly a penis there and there's not one there? Or the opposite question: what do you do when
I
you're expecting?
imagine you just flick it, right?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you went what?
You flick it,
What would you flick?
but you just got to make sure that it's not like a joke, right? I mean,
Oh, like a fake one?
yeah, she could have just put a fake one there.
He's dead! You killed him!
What did he yell? I didn't hear what he said.
It's about the right answer. He's dying. He's laughing too hard.
I bet you that if that question could come up on the Family Feud, Flick 'em would probably be in the top 10.
Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, what else would you do? Put your pants back on? I mean, I don't know. Survey says...
Maybe your survey.
I used to have a buddy named David in high school, and he would spit milk out of his nose if he laughed while drinking milk. So every day, and I mean almost every day, because some days he was sick, obviously, we would try to get him to laugh at lunchtime when he was drinking milk. Because we're jerks.
Oh, did you try to do it when he was like drinking anything fizzy? That might hurt.
Oh, ow, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we tried to get him all the time, but the milk were reliable, you know. And it's always chocolate milk, so he just would look funny because, you know, the milk would come out of his nose like two rivers, just parting and going to his sides. It was bad. And then he just like, it would look like he was physically in pain because it probably was. Like, but he would be laughing, so then he'd cover his face, you know, he just try not to spray everybody.
God, I just got reminded of a kid that, like, if he could hold his breath long enough where he would pass out, and he would do it all the freaking time. This is also the same kid I remember in second grade. I'm being chased around the playground, and this kid, reason this is also in the second grade, picks me up by the middle of my waist and just holds me over his head as everybody else is running around chasing me. And they all stop and look up, and I'm going, why the hell am I above his head? He's the same age as me.
This was your brother?
No, this was in the second grade, and it was like one of the other kids that was like
In the second grade,
in
a
the
second
grade.
grader picked you up and held you over his second grade head.
Correct.
How do you remember this?
I don't know. Probably for the
I
same
remember
reason.
second grade.
I remember playing kickball in the second grade, and the reason I remember this was, you know, I was on the side that was supposed to be catching. The teacher was the one pitching the ball. It's one of those big red bouncy balls. He rolls the ball forward. I'm thinking, I got this. I catch this all the time. I got it. All you hear is this, boing, boing, and I'm out. I get hit dead square in the face. I'm on my ass, back, ground. I'm on my back. I'm looking up, and I open my eyes, and all I see is everybody standing around me going, "Are you okay?" And the teacher makes a new rule. It's like, all right, everybody behind me. I don't play dodgeball anymore because of shit like that.
That's fair.
I don't know. I remember the weirdest shit. My dad gets thrown off by that kind of stuff too. So if we finally collected a list of questions we're going to ask Braxis when he comes online, is that going to be one of them? What do you do if there's a surprise penis?
I don't know. Definitely the 50,000 question.
Okay, we'll do that when Braxis is online. So we'll do it with Braxis and Priest online at the same time, because I think that would be a better response.
50.
You don't want to do it with Priest alone?
Why fuck it, let's do it now. Priest, hypothetical. Would you marry a girl? Okay, let's say the girl, she's
Do you want me to walk him into this?
Yeah, because I'm going to confuse the shit out of him.
Alright. You get offered $50,000 to marry this Vietnamese chick. She's going to come over here and become American. She's going to be your wife. Do you accept?
Do I know anything about her?
What do you need to know to marry her?
Anything.
You know her shoe size.
Just her shoe size?
Yep.
Yeah, name, any physical attributes?
$50,000 shoe size.
No.
Why shoe size?
Okay, so you get this offer. You have this objection. You gotta know something about her. You ask for what? What do you ask for?
What do you mean, what do I ask for in terms of, like, to make it work?
Well, I mean, like, they're offering you, and you don't know anything about her, but you want to know about her, right? I mean, or do not? You don't want to know about her.
Let's say 15-minute Skype chat.
Okay, so you do a 15-minute Skype chat with her, and you're looking for what?
Anything. I mean, yeah, if our personalities match.
You have like an average. You have like a decent conversation, and she's cute.
Okay. Probably then some sort of meeting in person then.
Okay, so Do you require like they're gonna have to pay $1,000 to fly her to you, or you're gonna go to them, or what are you gonna do?
Probably them come to me.
And then you meet her, and then if things are good, then you're like, yeah.
Probably.
Okay. Now all of that happens, but when she takes her pants down, she has a penis. Do you flick it?
Hey, you're leading the witness.
I'm sorry.
Basically invited a trap boy in my house. Oh no.
This joke, you don't have to answer that. We didn't answer that. You don't got to answer that. The penis thing is actually a separate question. The straight up the 50,000 thing was just like something we'd asked Sarah, and I answered it, and Hagby had actually rejected this offer, so that's why it came up.
Okay, so what's kind of segue back into what it originally was?
Well, I want to say one thing first.
Go on.
My understanding is that Hagby rejected the offer on the premise that it would rope-a-dope him into running a nail salon.
No. I denied the offer on the account that would mean I'd be stuck with somebody that I don't know, that I know will end in divorce, and she'll take half my shit, if not more.
Can't you get like
For 5 years. What, Priest?
It's Texas. They're still taking half your shit.
You could do a prenup. I told Hagby you could do a prenup.
Well, no, but real life scenario, even with the prenup, she's still going to end up taking half my fucking shit. Or worse, she's going to file like abuse charges, and then she'll take like 80%. Prenup or no, that's going to happen. Let's just say I'm old enough where I know people who are divorced where this has happened.
I'm old enough that I know people who are divorced. Oh, crap.
Yeah, I'm old enough where I know people who are married, divorced, with children. I know guys who are angry single fathers that are raising their daughters, and their baby mamas are just trash. And I actually know the opposite too. I know single moms that do that, and I know single mothers that raise their child and then spurn the shit out of every motherfucking guy they know. And I mean, I've seen almost any combination you can possibly think of, minus surprise penis. That's the only thing I haven't run into yet.
I know a guy who's 70 and has a 7-year-old son, and his son is his best friend.
Would be too, man. If I was 70 years old, who the fuck am I going to hang out with? You both have the same mentality. Both of you probably still pee to bed. You both love Jell-O. And for the most part, you just kind of want to hang out and have fun and be goofy. That's great!
That's true. That's a good point.
Plus, you got somebody who's kind of like in their 30s, 40s, whatever, it's taking care of your ass. I mean, life is grand.
Got on lockdown.
I do wonder how young his wife is. I never found out.
Who's?
The 7-year-olds. Obviously not the 7-year-olds.
That you know. They could be Indian.
Yeah.
Could have like arranged.
Darkman.
I mean, in this day and age, I've seen weirder stuff. Okay, so let's throw the other question at him. Priest, you suddenly have $50,000, irregardless of marriage. You suddenly have $50,000. You can do whatever you want with it. There's no taxes associated with it. You have 50 grand at your disposal. What do you do with it?
Pay off the mortgage.
Do you have a mortgage?
The Sierra answer. Again, you see that?
Hold on. Do you have a mortgage?
No, but I pay off my dad's and family members and stuff.
Okay, so your money technically ends up going towards other people.
Right.
I find it interesting the answers people give.
Psychology.
I mean, we've already not Priest. Rocket's answer is literally min-maxing cash flow. He does the same fucking thing he does in video games that he would do in real life. Like his exact answer was to find a way, something to do with shit, I can't think of it. It's,
Either a land
you buy
contract.
property, you sell. There you go. And you have zero fucking real involvement with this. And if you sell it, you make shit tons of money for doing fucking nothing. He made max cash flow, like out of like he did it within like 2 minutes. He had the whole fucking thing planned out. He had like percentages. This X percentage goes into a savings. The X percentage goes into stocks for like fucking dividends. Then we're gonna throw the rest of this shit into real estate. We're gonna do land contracts. And he had the whole fucking thing planned out. He had everything minus a fucking flow chart and a poster wall with red string.
Literally, my first question back was, is this pre-tax or post-tax? Because I was trying to figure out if it was going in an IRA.
Yeah, because it's like he's, you know, because I throw at him first. Okay, you get $100 million, and that's the first words out of his mouth. Are there taxes involved?
Well, if you get it pre-tax, you put it in an IRA. That's what you do. That's my understanding.
Again, how many people actually would know to do that? And I really think a lot of this comes from you have either gotten really bored at some point in life and looked into all this, or you hang out with people that readily know this and distribute that information.
I readily both. I talk to people who have lots of money and how they keep it, how they make it, how they earn it and stuff. And then I also, like I was saying, I go on YouTube and I just look for like ways that really stupid people have obtained a lot of money, and I just like try to read like how they did it, like what they do. Like if you're on YouTube and you ever get the chance, I find it highly entertaining to just look for high schooler rich, or middle schooler rich, and just find out how they did it. And like most of the time, they'll tell you like, I did this, this, and this on the stock market, or it's I did this, this, and this, and I started my own business. And it's like those two things. It's like either they found a way to sell something with really low overhead that they can sell a lot of, which is like the most consistent way, or they traded in a really obviously good way. Like they were just like, I bought Apple, I held it, and it did this over this much time, and then I reinvested it into Apple, and it did this over this much time. Or they'll say something like, I basically buy companies that are, A-list companies, but they have gone down for 20% for this reason or that reason, and then I look at this factor, and if it checks out, then I buy this much of it, and then it's just like, well, okay, well, yeah, well, that would work.
But again, somebody taught them that kind of stuff.
No, they taught themselves.
Yeah. No, there's somebody
The
has to
one
get
with the
them to
business,
that idea.
whenever someone does the business, then I would agree. But as far as the trading, I don't think that someone taught them. I think most of the time when someone gets good at trading, they teach themselves.
Yeah, but somebody's got to throw them into that direction. The average teenager does not suddenly go, I suddenly like the Wall Street market.
Oh yeah, they can.
Obviously not in the poor-ass town I grew up in. God, I'm burning all through my money. I'm going to need to run a Bogdan.
But what I was trying to tell, I was telling Sierra earlier, is that there's this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and in the book he talks about the way that money flows for different people, and one of the ways that bankers will look at you when you do apply for a loan. And so one of the things that they really want to see is that when you bring in your model, your plan, they want to know that you definitely want to know that you aren't just receiving an income from this thing and then spending it. And then they also want to know that you aren't what is it? I'm trying to think how it goes. Receiving the income in, putting it in the business, and then letting the business spend it or spending it from the business. What they really want to see you do is they want to see you bringing the money in, putting it both in the business and in other investments that will then also make you money. And then also, you in all three of those cases, you're hopefully taking money out as well. But as long as you're doing new investments and new, you just keep on developing more stuff, that's less risk for the bank. Although the Rich Dad Poor Dad, the whole premise of that boils down to people who get really rich and are happy are the people who pick something that they like, something that they're good at, and they find a way to to do that in a way that other people buy their services or buy their goods for it, and then they just make a lot of whatever it is, and they just do their best that way. Which I haven't actually read the book. I've only read like notes on it and watched videos from the guy who wrote it. And I probably slaughtered everything he said.
Yeah, that's about right.
I'm on a multiplayer server. I'm hosting, and there's no one in here but me. It's kind of weird.
Nah, perfectly normal.
What are you doing? You selling cars on GTA?
I'm selling counterfeit money.
You're doing the sell, or you're just doing the...
Just sell.
Oh, wow. Do you have anyone helping you?
Me and an oppressor.
You're just doing the sell of one quantity, or did you sell the whole thing? Was the bar full or not?
No.
Do you have 3 boats to deliver? Do you have just one package?
Those are a lot of questions.
No, it's a boat. I'm driving towards it. I have no clue how much is in there. I'm gonna do it.
So you had 1 boat, so therefore it's just 1/4 of the thing.
Either way, I'm not worried about it. This is the only time I ever get to sell anything. Otherwise, it's more efficient for me to do a Bogdan. Plus, I'm jamming out some Backstreet Boys.
Nice.
I've done the... If you get the 3 boats, like if you do have a full bar and you get the 3 boats, the 3 boat is one you can do yourself. It'll give you enough time that you can get there and get all 3 of the boats out to all 5 deliveries and get back. As long as you don't get out of the boat. If you get out of one of the boats, it won't let you back into it after you've delivered your goods, and you will never get back in time to get that 3rd boat.
So you tell me it's faster to be in the boat than it is to take an oppressor back to the other boat.
If you go to shore and you get an oppressor and then you go back to the other boat, that might be faster. I don't know. I normally just drive the boats back and forth.
I mean, that's how I've been doing. Just taking a, deliver, take an oppressor, come back.
Oh yeah, if you're going to shore and getting the oppressor and then going back and getting the other boat, that is faster. I thought you only had 1 boat though.
Looks like there's 2. I'll let you know when I get closer. Wow, 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 wow!
And normally I can't get my oppressor to spawn very close, so it's not efficient for me.
Well, my here problem is I can't park this thing fast enough. I'll find 2 boats. I got time.
Well, as long as you're dropping the oppressor on land, you can always just bail off it in the middle of the air, parachute down, and while you're on your parachute down, use your phone to respawn your oppressor so it doesn't blow up or anything.
That is vicious. I don't know why people don't think of that more often. I also don't know why I used the word vicious to describe that sentence.
Yeah, I was like, what's vicious about us? What?
I don't know.
Like you're supposed to treat your oppressor very, very gently.
I don't. The last time I treated my oppressor into something, it hit a wall with my face shortly hitting the wall afterward.
Yeah, see, you're vicious. You're vicious with your oppressor.
I can't help it. Heck, let's try to find a button to get off the boat.
I can't believe I killed Braxis the other day when I locked out the car.
That was kind of funny.
I wish I'd seen it, because I'm pretty sure that he must have, when he came out of the car, I think it threw him into the other lane of traffic, and a car hit him. Because I don't think you can die just bailing out of a car and landing on the pavement.
No, there was... Sir, there was
No,
an
he did. I was in the passenger with him.
Oh, you saw the whole thing?
Yeah.
Just the pavement alone killed him.
Yes.
He was wearing the noob armor though.
The pavement still got him. Just the pavement by itself nipped him really good.
He must not have had his body armor on.
Oh, which were your others?
True.
Dress for the slide, not the ride. I've
That's
seen
right.
it way too often on those signs.
I really don't know who's watching me or why. I mean, I just cannot find animals at all in this area. It seems like.
It's just some guy eating popcorn, watching you.
Watching me. Watching you.
I feel like there's supposed to be a me. One of those should have been a me.
I feel like that's like pretty seriously just those like the first opening lines to like too many songs.
Sweet Caroline. Yeah, I mean that was.
Once one of you is gonna start singing, "Paint Me a Birmingham," shut up.
There you go.
What is that one?
Paint Me a Birmingham? Oh, y'all don't know that one. Never mind. It's country music.
What you want about?
Let's hear it. Put it on. Put it on the Hagby.
How do I put that on the Hagby?
You just start singing it.
I can't. I only sing
Do it
country
now.
music when I'm drunk.
You better start hammering something.
I have a container of whiskey in what looks like paint thinner.
Hammer the paint thinner.
I'm not putting the whole paint thinner. Oh my god, it's a boat.
I'm
No,
pretty
that's
sure
fine.
that would kill you. I'm pretty sure that like paint thinner is lethal.
No, it's good for you. It's organic.
So I was working in Dallas once, and we had bottles of Gatorade with paint thinner in it because that's what you use to remove overspray. And paint thinner is clear. And I was thirsty, and I took a swig. I'll tell you right now, that shit burns, and you can feel it course through your body.
How did you live?
Well, I didn't swallow, bitch. I spit it right out.
They said you felt it coursing through your body.
It doesn't make a difference. It's in your mouth. It's in your system. It bleeds in. You can feel whatever it is. It
cough
feels.
up blood?
You don't feel it? No, I didn't cough up blood. But like I said, the thing is, you can feel whatever it is. You can feel the paint thinner or reducer running through your core body. And the thing is first it starts out like wide, so it hits your whole body, right? And then it starts to it pulls together, and all of a sudden you can feel just like this one lump that's just burning through your body and moving through it. It was painful. It took like a solid day before that got out of my system.
I gotta think that you're just lucky to be alive because I don't think it takes very much for that to kill you.
Huh?
I mean, I think antifreeze is probably more lethal, but I still think not very much paint thinner would get you.
All I know is it was in my mouth. I realized what it was because it's a very distinct taste, and it was out in a heartbeat.
That's what she said.
The floor was just covered in paint thinner and blue Gatorade because that's what the bottle was at one point.
What's paint thinner supposed to do?
It does exactly that. It thins out the paint. So, what is it? When you get car paint, like clear coat specifically, you have to actually thin it out. So it's usually like 4-to-1 or 3-to-1. And it does exactly that. So you're basically thinning out the clear coat before you spray it onto the car.
Huh.
And then
Like
you can also...
diluting it?
I'm sorry?
Like diluting it?
Yeah. I mean, if you've ever... Yeah, basically, exactly. If you've ever dealt with anything that's a concentrate, fruit concentrate, juice concentrate, it's exactly the same concept. You're just thinning it out. But
It's a little different than diluting. Diluting is where you... Well, I mean, like, when you dilute fuel, you're doing like the 50-to-1 mix, right? The oil and the gasoline. It's like that. It's not like putting water in it. Like,
No, but I mean that's. I mean it's just it's basically what it is. I mean you were not doing straight 100% clear coat. You're doing clear coat. You're mixing activator, which is no, it's the activator is 3-to-1 or 4-to-1. You're doing whatever that is, and then you're adding reducer or thinner on top of that. Reducer. You're adding reducer on top of that to thin it out again, and then you spray that. Usually 2, 3, 4 coats. And then we use it on my end because I don't deal with anything at all because I'm a paper pusher. Like when you're cleaning up the cars and you get overspray on it, so you get parts painted that aren't supposed to be painted. And that's the fastest way to remove it versus like trying to wet sand and buff it down.
How often are you supposed to feed a pet spider?
YouTube it.
I don't want to look at spiders. I don't.
Did she not leave you directions?
I'm just asking because she said that she feeds it like it. What did she say? She said it ate a few days ago.
Yeah, that genuinely tells me nothing.
Yeah, that's why I was like, "What?"
What does it eat? Crickets?
Well, I'm sure I'm sure it eats
Small
either
germs.
crickets or mice.
Do you feed it Jewish people? I mean, like, seriously, I don't know. I know a guy that used to own a snake, and he would go collect, like, crickets out of my basement because he would feed them to a snake.
But like Petco sells crickets. What?
This is back in the day, man. Petco didn't exist at the time. It was too far. We were, like, 14. He was a couple years older than I was. We had crickets in my basement. Hey, can I come over? And, like, yeah, sure, come on.
Huh.
I guess now he does, like, personal training for guys to do MMA fighting.
Wow.
Kind of a weird kid growing up. And I passed it. Damn it.
I always regretted not getting to that. I thought it would have been really cool.
What, MMA fighting?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Warrior? Not like the one from the 70s, the new one.
I only saw the one from the 70s.
Go. I think it's on Amazon again, or it's on Netflix. I forget which. There's a new one with Ed Hardy in it. That's a really good movie. You should actually watch that.
Oh. Is it going to end like $1 Million Baby? Because I'm not watching another one of those.
No, nobody dies. Nobody dies. Nick Nolte actually speaks lines in it.
Did anyone buy a Chernobyl in GTA from our crew yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh, what kind of Bob?
Chernobyl. It's the thing that has like the rockets on it for like anti-air.
I would have to look. It's a tank? Right?
It's really distinctive. You'd notice. Do you recall the mission where we had to escort ULP in his little teeny helicopter?
That thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a Scud launcher. No. Because it doesn't make sense. You're better off buying the one that's on a trailer. And then doing the weapons upgrade that turns that into an anti-air gun. Or anti-mobile SAM. Why? Are we killing people again?
Oh my god.
Between the hours of 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. No, sorry. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
What?
When I'm at work, bitch. I mean, sir.
Wow.
What was the question that you were answering that to?
Well, Priest was asking, when are we not killing anybody?
Oh.
I mean, if there's a knife and possibly baseball bat and some C4, I mean, there's somebody gonna die. It's always kind of gamble as to who.
Somebody gonna get.
Gotta get. Gotta get.
Gotta get. Calm down.
Let's get it on.
Marvin Gaye?
What?
You went there.
I don't even know what you said.
Let's get it on. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Do you not know who Marvin Gaye is?
Nope.
You uncultured swine.
Is Marvin Gaye a culture?
Marvin Gaye would be
Then I'm not an uncultured swine.
Yes. Hold on, now I have to find this.
I know of the song, and if that's the guy who sings it, great.
Do you?
Do you really? Who sang the Ding-a-Long song?
So what?
My ding-a-ling song.
Uh-oh.
You never heard the Ding-a-ling song?
No, sir.
I bet you have. Man, climbing up this hill is like a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I doubt there's any animals up here because I doubt. Oh, there's tracks. What the hell? Must have spawned up here. Yeah, so I probably should take a break and figure out that bot for Priest.
Then we can listen to Justin Bieber whenever we want.
Thanks for watching, whoever was watching. I'm going to do the music upgrade.